I'm back. I'm alive. Yeah, I hope. Yeah, my mic's coming through. I see Dakota Doyle in chat already. Hey, Dakota Doyle. Yeah. Um, it's been a minute since you guys have had a stream, hasn't it? I expect this one might not go out to everyone's notifications if people turned on notifications for these things. Because what has it been? Our last stream was our rolling stream for summer and Seki reading some of the or playing some of the event. So that's that means it's been a solid week and a half. A solid week and a half. That's part of why I'm doing this stream this week. Honestly, if I had been back, like if I didn't take that vacation last week, I probably would be right back into, like I wouldn't be streaming SE.R.A.PH this week. My streams would be the 2 anniversary streams tomorrow and Saturday. But since I've been gone, and since I know that we've had to have lost a couple people here, I had to come back and do this immediately. Could not wait. That said, it is kind of funny that I'm reading this around when Seki can start reading this as well. So we'll see if Seki ends up actually reading this SE.R.A.PH. But I'm doing it at least, even if she doesn't. As far as I did want to, the reason why I didn't throw us immediately into the game here is because I did actually want to do a little bit of housekeeping before we get started here, and it gives people a chance to kind of filter in. I've been thinking about how I want to go about streaming stuff after this is done, because this right here, SE.R.A.PH, is the final extra thing I can do until Extra Record comes out. I'm pretty sure. Like, obviously, I have some of the manga I'm still behind on, and I will catch up on that, and those will be the next videos after. You just finished SE.R.A.PH? That's fun. But then the manga will be the next things I do after I get the video for SE.R.A.PH, the FGO chapter out. But gaming-wise, obviously, I can't keep leaning on Fate. I'm out of Fate games to play except for Emiya cooking, which I'm going to get Seki on stream for that one. I might even get Vorn or Realm. And when I'm doing those streams, those are going to have guests on them. I'm not doing those ones alone. But other than Emiya cooking, I'm pretty sure I'm out of Fate games I can do in English. So we have to find something to pivot to. I've got like some stuff I've on the back burner, like I've been talking about Persona 3 episode Aegis. I've got sitting ready to be started. I could just at this point restart Metaphor if people were interested in seeing me play Metaphor from scratch. I've only barely played like through the first dungeon and the first boss. But one thing I've been throwing around the last couple days, and I know there's only Dakota Doyle in chat right now, so Dakota Doyle, you can give your input here. But if anyone's in here in post, feel free to give your input in the comments section. I've got Uma Musume on my phone, and as hilarious as it is, it would be kind of funny if we just did, like, once in a while, just sort of taking, so like, if I stream a couple times a week, especially while Seki is out for the next couple weeks, doing an Uma Musume thing, just seeing how, just fucking around with that. Like, I'm not reading it for the story, just watching some horse girls run. Because I suck at that game. So if anyone actually plays it, I could get some I can get some pointers. So Legend of Heroes. Okay. Yeah, keep reminding me about that if I ever put out, like, as I bring this stuff up, Dakota Doyle. I'll consider it, because I do love my self-RPG series. The only thing right now is that money is not on the table for me right now. I'm a little bit, I've had a couple big but necessary purchases lately, so that's also why y'all aren't seeing, no matter, like, they could drop the fucking greatest servant of all time on JP anniversary. I'm not putting that much money into it, because I'm not broke. But I'm not. I need to be saving money right now after some purchases. It was a but that's beside the point. That's not what you're here to see. There was a couple more things of housekeeping here. Fuck. Oh yeah, I can curse now. Like that 5-minute wind-up intro. I might not leave it all 5 minutes anymore. Part of why I always make it 5 minutes, just personally, is because I don't trust anyone on the channel not to start dropping. I almost said slurs. Absolutely not slurs. But like fuck, shit, damn. I don't expect anyone on the channel to be able to even think about dodging those in the first 5 minutes on a stream. That's why I'm always like 5-minute wind up. And YouTube got rid of that. So y'all might be hearing a lot more of Vorn just cursing on stream, because you don't understand that man. Every other word he says is fuck. Alright, let's see. First-year games Trails of the Ark are pretty cheap on Steam. You also haven't fully understood Uma Ball? Yeah. I'm not great at roguelikes. And Uma Musume, well, it is a management sim, it's also a roguelike. So there's something of a hurdle for me there. I do want to learn it. It's fun the few times I have played it, or the times I have played it. But right now, because I'm so bad at it and I don't know what I'm doing, it's falling into a lot of yeah, I'm just logging in and rolling. So yeah, I want to say it's all the housekeeping stuff I have right now. Oh yeah, I guess personal housekeeping. That Fate Stay Night video is not coming for the JP anniversary. I wanted it by the JP anniversary. I had that script, started it in writing in January, and then I stopped making progress on it. And I think I've safely figured out why I stopped making progress on it. I'm gonna read. There's one bit of formatting I need to change, because it is way too much for how I'm going about this. The parts that I'm passionate about wanting to get to, I'm still gonna get to. But I need to rework that Fate Stay Night script. But the Extella video is coming. It's recorded. It just needs to be edited. I'll even give you guys a date. I'm pretty sure it's scheduled for the 15th. So that's probably when y'all will be seeing the Extella video. And I put this up on announcements. This is the last bit of housekeeping, I promise. But for the anniversary streams for tomorrow, I'll begin tomorrow's anniversary stream as soon as I can. I've got a dinner with my grandmother I need to go to. I don't know what time that's going to be at. I've told my father, who told me about this like literally yesterday, that I had existing commitments at 9:30. So I will try to be back on time for the start of the staff talk for FGO. But there's a good chance, either because traffic or because I'm not cutting my grandmother off early, I might not be here immediately at 9:30. If my stream is late tomorrow, feel free to call me out in the chat, but I know. And reaction streams are not that hard to set up. I can literally jump into it from, like, at last minute if I need to. As for Saturday, in theory, technically I'm also able to run late, but that stream is set to start like a full half hour later. And if I'm out that late, something's wrong. If I'm out that late with what I need to do. I'll even say what I'm doing. I'm going to an Obon event. Because, yeah, I go to one of those yearly. But yeah, that's enough faffing about, though. It's been about 10 minutes of housekeeping. I think I can get us started on the gameplay here. Let me know how it looks and sounds. I've reset my default settings on the audio levels for FGO, just because that's how I have it balanced on JP as well. So I didn't have to fuck with the audio on OBS to keep it in the same sort of balancing. But if it's too loud or too quiet, let me know. I can turn it up or down. I have played around with some of my visuals on my capture card. I don't know if it's coming in crisper or less crisp. If anything like desyncing audio happens, or if it looks really off, let me know. I'm trying my best to see if I can figure out how to make this work consistently. Okay, so we're going to... Oh, I forgot. Main interludes are not in the Call Bay. It's right here. As you can see, I have not started SE.R.A.P.H at all for the main interlude. I played the original, I played the rerun. I never played the main interlude. It's Mayas, and that means it's almost time. Indeed, the season in which even the most reclusive digital native is overcome with the urge to venture off to faraway isles. Yes, it's finally spring break. Come now, Master. Let us all go to the beach. I've been looking forward to this since last year. This is the year I finally get to wear a swimsuit. She did, in fact, get to wear a swimsuit this year. My Saber, don't tell me you don't have your own swimsuit. Is that dress really the only thing in your royal wardrobe? Or did you just lack confidence in your figure? Nonsense. I just gave up my place for Mordred's sake last time. She looked like she was really suffering from the heat in her heavy armor. But that is all in the past now. This year, my swimsuited figure shall be like a bolt of lightning, quite literally. Spring break will simply be a test run. In fact, it is summer that I truly long for. I'm told you spent an entire month on a deserted tropical island in the year 2018. I shall do the same in every waking hour or until summer. Trust me, it wasn't nearly as fun as you'd think. In fact, I never go another day adrift in only a swimsuit. If I never go another day adrift in only a swimsuit, it will still be one day too many. Iron houses, stone-paved roads, fields. Try not to make too much trouble for Master. Vacation or not, this is still Caldea. Disaster may strike at any moment. Plus, I've been hearing a lot of disturbing news lately. Case in point, aren't they keeping you on standby in your room, Nick? That's the name of my master in FGONA for people that haven't friended me before. Speaking of friending, I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off here a little bit. I've got 20 friend requests pending on FGONA, and I've got one open friend slot that I keep open so I can still get friend requests for people that want to submit it. I'm filtering people in and out. I almost cut Seki. I already cut someone from chat. I know for a fact this person was in chat because they didn't log in for like 12 days. I'm not going to say who. I'm not calling you out publicly. If you want to identify yourself, you can. I don't know if you're in chat today or not, but you were in chat during the stream where I put out that friend code. But I cut you. I cut you off. I love to keep people in chat on the friends list, and I did give you way more leeway than I would normally give people, but I do need to keep the friends list cycling. So it was either there on purpose or on accident. Hey Zohara, we're reading we're reading SE.RA.PH. Yeah, if you're added and you keep up with your login streaks, I'm not gonna... And unless you're like, your only servant on your friends list is MASH, I'm not going to cut you if it's just that you haven't logged in a day or two. Then there's people like Seki, who she would have to not be logging in for like a full half year before I finally cut her. But like, and I'm gonna give you guys, if I see a name I recognize in chat, I will hold you guys for as long as I can. But like, especially right now while I'm filtering out 20 friends, I do need to be a little bit cutthroat here. Okay, back to the game. Don't concern yourself with Saber and Caster's self-centered antics. We can still use this chance to go over the fundamentals of Magecraft. Eliminating rivals while playing up your own strengths, eh? I see you're as crafty as ever, Nameless. The fact that he's managed to keep his position as Master's tutor for so long is proof enough of you that you never change, do you? I don't know what you mean. I'm simply doing my part to make up for the woeful lack of morals and education in you other servants. If you were to return to your own rooms, I would be happy to return to my own training and Testing. Attention to all standby staff. We've received our regular report from the SE.RA.PH offshore oil rig. All staff members will be able to make use of email and video calls during this time. Any free staff members who wish to contact friends at SE.RA.PH are welcome to come visit the command room. Today's contact window is scheduled to last for half a day. The next one will take place in 3 months' time. So anyone who wishes to... SE.RA.PH? What is that, Nick? I think if I'm not mistaken... I believe it's a Chaldean outpost that also serves to provide us with resources, correct? Look, I'll put my friend code on screen again today for anyone that wants to try getting in line if they aren't already in my friends list, if there's any of you. But it's going to be a minute before I can cycle anyone in. I'd say wait until, because I usually check, especially when I'm active playing, so you'll see me check during events, for example, during story chapters. I was checking pretty consistently during the anniversary, and just seeing that 20 bugs me. I'm going to keep checking it as I log in, too. So but like story chapter releases and events is where you're most likely to be able to get in. I believe it, oh yeah, I said that. A little birdie once told me that it belonged to the last director. The offshore oil rig. Haven't had many good experiences there. Used to be a target for terrorists. Oh, Emiya alluding to something? But Anumasphere is one of the clock tower lords, so I guess it makes sense he'd have something like that on his asset sheets. Sounds more fun than studying magecraft. Well, of course it does. Ordinarily, you wouldn't have any need to study it in the first place, and it's only natural to be curious at your age. SE.RA.PH. Something about that name sounds ill-omened, but if you wish to go there, Master, so be it. I shall accompany you as well. As your dependable Shrine Maiden, I could easily be able to exercise at least some misfortune. Yes. Yes, Dakota Doyle, that's me. Oh, hello, Senpai. I didn't know you were here, too. I can't say what's so fun about making contact with an oil rig. And you've got 3 servants here, no less. Don't you think it's a bit much, seeing as there's no singularity to worry about right now? Then how come you're here, Da Vinci? You could have just stayed in your workshop. True, I don't have any personal interest in it, but our budget for this year all depends on how well SE.RA.PH is doing. I may only be serving as director until the association appoints a new one, but I'm still in charge for now, so it only seems right that I stay abreast of how things are going there. Can you tell us more about SE.RA.PH? SE.RA.PH is a North offshore oil rig owned by the Anumasphere family. It is built on the semi-submersible platforms, and its team of at least 100 keeps it running at all hours. It is located far away from Chaldea's headquarters, but it's still one of Chaldea's more lucrative revenue streams. At least that's what the data says about it. I've never been there myself. And neither have I, Mash. In fact, the only ones who know what things like there are Chaldea's original staff. Yeah, I completely butchered that. In fact, the only ones who know what things are like there are Chaldea's original staff. And they all died in Lev's attack on the command room. The staff who stayed in contact with SE.RA.PH now are those who have become friends with each across repeated transmissions these last few years. So SE.RA.PH staff slave away in the ocean, while we remain secluded here in the mountains. It must be nice change of pace for each side to hear about the other, even if it's just through transmissions. Chaldea comms officer. Right you are, Mash. I've known the comms officer on SE.RA.PH for 5 years now. We may never have met in person, but I still consider them a good friend, much like how Dr. Roman thought of Majimari. Don't worry about it. Having someone who helps you out, even if they are far away. I think it's a rare and wonderful thing, and Dr. Roman really depended on Majimari as well. I guess that's true, though he also used to grumble that she charged a lot for the privilege. I've probably said too much. Anyway, we're ready to proceed with the transmission now. Opening Chaldea External Communication Line 6. Establishing video feed with Seraph. Yeah, I feel that, Dakota Doyle. I'll be saving for Takeru at this point. Like, I'm... Basically, once this Castoria banner ends, I'm not rolling on anything. Until the new year. And even then, like, I have to be conservative in how I go about Takeru and Yui. I'm really going for one copy of each, so... Because then I'm gonna go much harder on MiHoYo again. And I can't afford to go on to I can't afford to burn through too many of my free quartz and eat in the funds that I kind of hold off throughout the year for just in case I want to whale on something on the channel. I'm gonna be holding for MiHoYo again this year or next year. Something wrong with Shiba? That's strange. The feed is open. We're receiving video, but my screens are all blank. The audio feed's active, but I'm not hearing anything either. They obviously didn't get the time wrong, since someone over there opened the line. Hopefully it's just some sort of glitch, but... So... Wait, I hear something. Please turn it up. Got it. Setting volume to max. SOS. Do you copy? Please, somebody answer me. I don't get it. Why is this happening? Everyone is disappearing. Well, somebody help. Everyone's turning into data. I've lost the connection to SE.RA.PH. I'm authorizing use of Chaldeus. Use Shiba to observe SE.RA.PH in 2019. That may not let us hear them, but we should at least get visual confirmation of what's going on there. Good idea. Chaldeus shouldn't have any problem seeing what's going on in SE.RA.PH. So, wait, this can't be right. Calm down. Just give me the facts first. We can speculate later. Right. Well, what can I say for sure? What I can say for sure is SE.RA.PH isn't there. I can't see it at all. I know it moves around. So I tried searching nearby seas too, but it doesn't exist anywhere. Anything else out of the ordinary? Oil spills, traces of fire, space-time distortions, a singularity? No, there's nothing there. No sign of a singularity whatsoever. I may have something, Mr. T.H.E. Do you know the earlier transmission? Well, I can't tell where it came from. The comm feed we saw came from a zone we can't detect. Senpai, this is... Testing. Mic sensitivity okay? All good? Can all you little humans in Chaldea hear me? That crystal clear audio you get when you sneak spyware into a free app and hear everything the poor phone user says, stripping them of all their privacy. That kind of good. Perfect. Hello, people of Chaldea. Is this your personal time, or are you still hard at work? If there's a lot of other people around, or you're still on your commute, you might want to hurry and turn your phone's speaker off. Otherwise, you might end up dead to everyone, socially anyway, even before I kill you. Okay, let's try this again.
BB channel!
BB all along. Actually, you know what, since this is the only voice acting, I'm gonna let this actually play out a little bit before I read it. Hello, humanity. How are you all doing? Still running around looking like idiots? Scurrying around like ants who just had boiling water poured onto their hill? You are, aren't you? Oh my, oh my, after thousands of years, you haven't changed a bit. I love it. It almost makes me feel bad for you. Well, not so much in the poor thing sense as the pathetic or pitiful senses, mind you. What's going on? Comms. Where is this transmission coming from? I don't know. All the controls aren't responding. She's using a completely different comms protocol than us. The walls are closed. The Spirit Origin storage is locked down, and our external comms are all cut off. We don't have any control over Chaldea. How's she doing this? Is she some Ultra A-class wizard? Bzz, wrong answer. I'm neither a wizard nor a master. Nope, this broadcast is coming to you live from me, BB, illegal high-grade AI and ruler of the moon.
え、なんで声がついているかって？
What's that? Why do I have a voice, you ask?
それはもちろん私がチートキャラだからです。
Why? Because I'm a cheat character, of course.
初登場時にこそ最大のインパクトを。
You really gotta make a first You really have to make an impression with your first appearance.
ヒロインたるもの、少女のように強欲に、天使のように冷酷に。
This heroine is as greedy as a young girl and as cold as an angel.
人間との格の違いを見せつける大人げない BB ちゃんなのでした。
That's right. The ultra cute and ultra immature BB is here to show you all just how much better I am than humans. How come you're the only one with a full voiceover?
いやー、その切り返し最高です。直感だけで生きてますね。
Oh, nice comeback. You're one of those people who can't help blurting out the first thing that pops into their little brains, aren't you?
BB ちゃん、張り切って収録した甲斐がありました。
I'm so glad I went to all the trouble of recording this voiceover now.
でも、そんな脊髄反射マスターさんには悲しいお知らせです。
But I'm afraid I have some bad news for you, Master.
これはフルボイスではなくパートボイス。
This is only a partial voiceover, not a full one.
音声がつくのは初回のみなので、がっかりしてくださ
I
いね。
hope you're truly heartbroken, but you'll only get to hear my dulcet tones during my first appearance. Okay, enough of that. Let's get down to brass tacks. Good day, Caldea. Don't worry, I may be an AI, but there's no need to be afraid of me. I'm basically only here because of the oil stove caught fire while I was relaxing in my kotatsu. And by oil stove, I mean SE.RA.PH, Caldea, and all of humanity in this chronicled theoretical phenomenon, really. Now, the stove doesn't matter one bit to me, but I don't want my room burning down too, you know? So I opened up this channel to help you all out, even though I have absolutely no desire to do so. You know that oil rig, right? Well, it doesn't exist in your time anymore. Check out the Marina Trench in AD 2030. Do what she says. Use Caldeas to observe the current coordinates. Yes, ma'am. Setting Shiba's angle to AD 2030. Mash, what's the Mariana Trench? The deepest trench in the world. It's east of the Mariana Islands in the northwest Pacific Ocean. It's 1,750 kilometers directly south of Japan's Ogasawara Islands. According to the most recent data, it's 10,911 meters deep. Many people have gone there to try to set new diving records, so it's also called the Challenger's Deep. Hey, no whispering! This is a serious scene. There it is. SE.RA.PH really is at these coordinates. It's currently 200 meters below the surface, and I'm picking up a singularity signal too. A singularity, eh? And SE.RA.PH is sinking even as we speak. That's right, so if you don't do something about it, I'll get smushed by the water pressure once it hits 10,000 meters. Or it'll get smushed by the water pressure once it hits 10,000 meters. Add to the fact that it's becoming a singularity, and that makes space-time all wonky, and things aren't looking too good for that time period stability. Now let's see, what was your mission again? The continuation of humanity, was it? I know you're all good little children, so I'm sure you care about doing what you're supposed to. And of course, you also care about the lives of the staff members trapped on SE.RA.PH, don't you? Then I guess you've got no choice but to raise shift over there. Go on, time's a-wasting. Oh, and you, little master over there, may I ask what your name is? Nick? Nick? Yikes, talk about a forgettable background characters. You poor thing. She called me a background character. But luckily for you, my non-existent heart goes pitter-patter for the pathetic people. So I can shower you with scorn and happily help you out all the same, Senpai. Senpai. Wait, you said your name was BB. You seem like you know a lot about the situation with SE.RA.PH, but why are you contacting Caldeas? And how come you're calling Senpai Senpai? Really? That's what bothers you? I'm pretty sure actually meeting a high-grade AI should be pretty mind-blowing technology in your time period. But since that question must be more important to you than world peace, I'll go ahead and answer it. I call Nick over there Senpai as a bonus. Bonus? Yep, it's basically my last-ditch attempt to keep myself motivated. My true senpai is like no one else in the entire universe, a prince among the stars. The only problem is I never actually met anyone like that. So after I became the boss, had some misgivings, and decided to start acting more prudently, I edited my destiny to be more like that. All that's to say, Nick is nothing more than a substitute senpai. He's going to stand in for my real senpai, and I'm going to mercilessly toy with him throughout this whole ordeal. That is the most evil smile I've ever seen. Enough small talk. Nick, we don't have time to deal with this BB character right now. If a new singularity is formed, it's a master's job to fix it. Do not pay that little demon's words any heed. We 3 servants are here and ready to assist. Da Vinci, prepare a ray shift. The 4 of us shall head to SE.RA.PH at once. We can't narrow. Ray shifting to past is one thing, but the future... She's right. Ray shifting to the future is impossible. If SE.RA.PH is in 2030 now, there's nothing we can do about it. I knew it. Your pathetic 2019 technology can't get it done. But luckily for you, I'm here to help you cheat your way out of it. Just this once, I'll help you come to the far-flung future of 2030. So you can verify one's existence even in the future? That would mean that 2030 is actually your time. For us, 2030 is the future, but for you, it's the present. So that means we're not so much communicating with someone in the future as someone in the future is looking to the past for help. Is that right? Hey, I was saving that big twist for the end of this whole story. Spoilers much? Anyway, you guys can make your own mind, up your own minds. The important thing is that SE.RA.PH only has a few hours until it reaches the bottom of the trench, at which point the water pressure will crush it like a tin can. So what's it going to be? Are you going to ray shift or not? What do you think, Mash? As your Kohai, I strongly dislike this idea, but I can't abandon everyone at SE.RA.PH either. Don't bother thinking it over, Nick. We can't possibly ignore this, not now that there's a singularity involved. As Caldeus' acting commander, I'm giving you new orders. Master Nick is hereby no longer on standby. He will instead focus his efforts on this top priority mission, investigate the cause behind the SE.RA.PH singularity, and resolve it. If that's okay with you. Hey, I'll bring my snorkel. Wow, you talk a good game for being such a weakling, especially since you've got nothing to base that confidence on whatsoever. Oh, sorry, that just slipped out. Forget you ever heard that. Okay, here are the ray shift settings. Your existence will likely stop being verified once it's set to the future, but I'll cover that by preserving your fate. Who is BB really? What happened on SE.RA.PH? I'll fill you all in on that once you get here, so don't delay ray shift away. There certainly isn't anything suspicious about trying to hurry us along like that. So you're BB, not just some school nurse or something, right? We absolutely cannot let Master go into this obvious death trap alone. Nero, Nameless, and I shall accompany him, so do make sure to bring us along as well, okay? You don't remember things about... you don't remember about things and stuff, do you? I don't remember things I have not yet experienced, but it is not difficult to see where this is going. The mere presence of someone like you means that this is a serious matter. So let us begin before things take a turn for the worse. This time I won't be holding back. Woo! Now that's what I like to hear. You rock, lady. Oh, but can't be too careful, okay? You know how it is. The characters who usually hold back always end up dying first once they get once they're going to get serious. I mean, worst case scenario, you could even die in the prologue. That is not your concern. I agree. With the 3 of you here, you should be able to handle everything that comes along. Nick, I know it's easy to forget with BB playing things up for laughs, but the situation is deadly serious. What's more, you probably won't be able to contact Chaldea this time. Don't tell Mash. You'll need to be extra careful in determining who you can trust and who you can't, got it? Thanks for the heads up. Alright, off to the coffin. We shall begin ray shifting momentarily. Be careful, Senpai. If you're ever in trouble, your Kohai Mash Curiolite will always be here to help. I know you will. See you later. Foo! 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 Phew. I guess he's not coming along this time. Starting unsummon program. Commencing Spiritron conversion. Ray shifting begins in 3, 2, 1. All systems are go. Analyze lost order. Commence belt recast. Did someone say lost belt? I don't know if it has anything to do with it. That was too easy, Senpai. A little sob story about the plight of a few people when you were falling all over yourself to rush to their aid. You humans and your unfounded optimism never change. So on that note, BB signal jamming. What? Huh? What's this? Did you really think you could ray shift here so easily? The gate to SE.RA.PH has an admission limit. It'll only let less than 1 gigabyte of data through. The front entrance is just enough for Senpai. You servants don't have permission to enter, so I'll be sending you to random locations around the base. Humans don't deserve to play on easy mode. You either clear this mission on hard mode, or you won't clear it at all. There's no turning back now. The odds are totally stacked against you on this battlefield. Now it's just a matter of time until you're dead. The only things you'll find here are disagreement and polarization. What lies ahead is nothing less than the ultimate pleasure, a fight for your very survival. So last master of humanity, what do you say we get this oldest yet newest Holy Grail war started? I'm pretty sure that the little joke event intro they just did there is what they were advertising this story as prior to its release. I could be wrong about that though. You made it before anything gameplay happened, Tacos. I literally just did the intro cutscene with BB. I did go over some housekeeping stuff at the beginning, so if you're curious, you can go back. Long and the short of it is, I'm making plans on what to do next, starting after SE.RA.PH. I kind of want to keep some gacha game stuff in there, so I probably will be doing, not every week, but I'll be doing Uma Musume streams if anyone knows how to actually play that and wants to teach me, or I can just fuck around and get my ass handed to me. Right off the bat here, though, before we get back into the chapter immediately, it's interesting. Like, I have to imagine it's very interesting to go from the ending of, like, the CCC ending, which is, like, fucking heartbreaking with BB, to BB fucking with you. Like, an experienced, like, extra fan, like, one who's played CCC to its ending, already is going to be raising eyebrows, because that is not BB's character as shown in Extra CCC, the original. So I 100% like can see people raising their eyebrows at that, but I think it's a good little like twist, because they had to have known that not everyone going into this event would have played CCC, so they did a good job introducing BB and playing up that sort of like villain act she likes to put on. And revealed it to be a 1.5 chapter. Yeah, because to my understanding, this is originally supposed to be a actual story chapter for Epic Remnant. It's just that at the last minute it was changed to be a collab event. Ritsuka's only worth a single gigabyte. What I will do before really getting into this meat, though, is I'm going into my friends list here to see if there's anything I can kick. Because I am kicking people that haven't logged in in a certain amount of time. Looks like Seki managed to log in, though. I don't think I kicked her on accident, like I almost did the other day. I don't want to kick you though, whoever Stowe is. These are the people still waiting. If you see your name on there, let me know. If you let me know your name, I'll try to prioritize you next time I accept another slot. There's a couple people I'm probably gonna straight up deny here, like these two, because you haven't been online in ages. You haven't been online in ages, and you have a mash. And yeah, everyone else here, I'll keep in rotation. I'm not worried about 3 days, unless... Right now, as we're in that dead period of the event, I'm going to be giving a little bit more leeway. But, really, the you are definitely on the cutting block is when you hit, like, a week of not logging in is when I start cutting people. Okay, so I'm gonna set myself a few ground rules here that I didn't necessarily do when I played the JP version of this. Actually, and just so we're not fucking around with this too much later, I'm going to this B team. Well, no, I can keep that around for events. This one though is pretty much useless. I love my Emiya family team, but I made that like when I first started the game. What we're going to do here is we're only going to use servants that appeared in Extra, CCC, or the SE.RA.PH event. If they don't appear in any of those, we're not using them. Which is fortunate, then, that I have so many of them right now. I should do Gilgamesh's rank ups, I really should. But he's in here. Let's do this. For now, I'm going to set up the party to be comprised of the FGO CCC starting servants. So we're nameless, or Emiya will be down here. I'm going to change him out of his summer outfit. I usually keep him in the summer outfit, but it feels appropriate to switch him to the traditional skin for a minute. And Nero. I have all of them, so why not start here? I'll use Extella servants too, even though I don't have very many of them. Oh, Nero's down here. She's a 4-star. I almost forgot. And we'll switch you back to your traditional skin. Actually, we'll switch her to that Ascension 1. I suppose I can do Ascension 2, actually. This is something I can really only do because I have so many leveled servants right now. And who's going in this last slot here to start us off? Technically there's a 5th playable servant between Extra and CCC. Yes, Arcawade does actually count, SE.RA.PH. We are going to be that petty about this. Arcawade and Shiki are on the table. Y'all just might be muted audio-wise when Shiki's MP goes off, if it goes off. But we are going... I can actually do the 5th playable servant of the Extra and CCC games. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you be. I think that's her CCC outfit. I think that's it's either the other one's either Extella or just FGO. Oh, did Kita Sean's video just go up? I didn't realize it went up. Actually, hang on. I actually want to go... we're not going to watch it on stream, but I do want to take a look at that. Yeah, did that just go up? It did. About 49 minutes ago. I wish I could have watched that before the stream, or I could have watched it at the start of the stream. I'm not doing it now, but I'm going to save that to watch later, and I'll send it to Seki, too. Because... yeah. No, I don't have Kiara. I don't have Kiara. But Yeah, no, I'm actually surprised that we were in the video. I wasn't sure if I sent that in at the very last minute, and I know he literally just left for Japan today, so I wasn't sure if he remembered to get that in. I'm glad he got that in though. I'll give that a watch later and send it to Seki because yeah, thanks for letting me know that, Tacos. Okay, so but we're not gonna start with Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh and Liz are gonna be in the back, and I'm gonna put the support here because that'll be whoever I use in the story. We're gonna stick to story support as much as possible as well. So this is a fucked up team. I am primarily relying on supports. I have no skill levels on some of these people. And this can only go beautifully. Thankfully, I don't need to do a lot of farming. So for now, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to, for Emiya, Emiya's going to be an interesting one. I kind of want to give him, do I give Emiya Black Grail for... I guess what I'll do is I'll shuffle around Black Grail and the Kaleidoscopes for the front line here. Oh no, not Kaleidoscopes. For front line, I'll shuffle around Black Grail, and then I'll have, for now, I'll put Magical Sapphire there. For Tomo, though, I will actually put a Kaleidoscope, because I do want her popping her NP pretty, early on. Okay, this is a not functional team, guys. This is Seki level team building. We're gonna rename this to Clear. Yeah, Extra. Okay. Not that I'll get to use this because it is a locked story fight for a bit. I don't think he's live streaming from the anniversary floor, no. He's also only there for one day, to my knowledge, from what I've been seeing on social media. I don't know what his plans are. I think he's live streaming the final event. I don't know what he's doing, if he's going to be doing anything with Staff Talk or with the Tight Moon Times. I don't know what their specific broadcast is called. So, yeah, I'll be streaming them, so you guys are always welcome to come chill with me. I won't be able to translate like he or someone like Too Love Trouble will, so unfortunately, y'all aren't going to get live moment-to-moment translations. Even I'm going to literally be having Too Love Trouble's translation stream in my ear. I'm going to have it muted unless there's something I want clarified, but I'm mostly going to be looking at the stream and reacting with just what's obvious and what few things I can pick together based off what I can hear, which is not that much. Enkidu? If I had Enkidu, I'd consider if it counted, but I don't have Enkidu. So talk to me again when we're fighting an archer and they give me my choice and I don't have any story supports to pick from. Put both streams up. Gigabrain. Yeah, now you're thinking, Tacos. Now you're thinking. That's pretty much what I'm doing now. Okay. Yeah. Who could this be? I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone here. We are going to refuse to use, yeah, we're going to refuse to use the FG, my usual Mystic codes. I'm going to stick to one of these two, I think. Memories of the Far Side or Memories of the Lunar Sea. Arts, critical, nullify buff on an enemy. Enemy charged by 1, debuff from immune to an ally. All allies' arts and allies' arts. So single target AoE. Go single target for now, and yeah, nullify a buff. We'll do that. Extella's in. Just anything with the extra franchise, really. So, like, Suzuka's on the table for A, because it's Foxtail, and B, because she's in SE.RA.PH. Like, any Alter's on the table. Welcome, visitors, to the Spiritron virtual world, Serial Phantasm. Known as SE.RA for short, this reborn pure land of pleasure is modeled after the digital world. 128 masters and servants have come here in order to prevent the real world from being destroyed. While we have nothing but praise for this noble purpose, human desires are insatiable, and our audience won't be satisfied with nobility alone. Thus, one more condition for victory has been added to SE.RA. Kill all 127 masters, be the last one standing. Once you are, you'll be granted the Moon Cell, a source of unfathomable power. Please do be careful. SE.RA has no exit, and doing nothing is not an option. Whether you fight or kill one another, you have no choice but to put your survival first. That's one element of this story chapter I've never been crazy about, is like this initial, like, there's multiple masters and SE.RA, and then you don't see a single one because there's obviously shit going on in the story-wise. But that little fake out to me, like, it never feels like they play with that enough for it to, like, felt like a worthwhile inclusion in this story. That's my personal opinion, though. I don't know how other people feel about that. Yeah, Sakura 5 do count. Even if I only have 2. And maybe, like, during non-story supported sections, I can borrow King Protea. I've got BB and Summer BB. Raika would qualify for being used. Does he make, like, a cameo appearance in Foxtail or something? I have to imagine. There's also, like, technically Last Encore has some FGO servants in it I could use. If you really want to pinch at pennies and make the argument to me, and I'm like, what servants can I use for this fight? But I'm gonna go off the ones I know for now, and then we can fuck around with it if anyone wants to make arguments for something I should use. What the hell is this place? Extella Link really does open things up a lot for me, so if y'all want to make some Extella Link cases, feel free. I'm not going to lean on it too much. I do want to largely, for now, push the servants from the original 2 extra games, but like I'll branch out to Extella Link, Umbral Star more so, Extella Link here if I want to fill out some abilities, as well as if you guys know something from the manga that technically, or from Last Encore, that technically make appearances, I'm not going to say no to those to get them used. There you are, Senpai. Welcome to the 4 adults only trap. There's no going back now. No wonder you conquered the Temple of Time. I have to admit, you've got courage. Of course, that's pretty much the only thing you've got going for you, so I don't expect you to stand out in any other way. Hey, what was that about 1 gigabyte? Wait, that's what's bothering you? You're a lot pettier than your data indicates. But the fact remains that you don't have much going on down there, so you'll have to deal with it. Jesus Christ, BB. Wow. Wow, the FGO Master might need some, might need some treatment for that burn. Sorry, but hey, don't worry, it's not about the size, it's about the shape that matters. Jesus fucking Christ. Let's see, you're completely cut off from Chaldea, and you don't possess the skill of a wizard. Since you're so hopeless, I guess the helpful game master, that's me, will have to do the work of explaining the rules to you. At the moment, there are a bunch of servants butting heads with each other here in SE.RA. And why not? This Holy Grail War is nothing but a battle to the death between all 128 of them. And just like you, Senpai, they all came here like lambs to the slaughter. Maybe because I fooled them into thinking there was a teensy-weensy world-ending threat to contend with. Little did they know that this was really nothing more than a way for me to kill some time. A 128 servant battle to the death. That's right, it's a tacky little game I whipped up based on the Moon Cell Holy Grail War. Of course, the Moon Cell has a whole tournament thing going on, while this is just a straight-up down-and-dirty battle royale. Anyway, you really don't have anything going for you, do you, Senpai? Without any servants around, it's almost sad how weak you are. Oops. If you're curious, that's my version of the 8 o'clock alarm. I intermittent fast. I don't eat, basically, I don't eat outside of the hours from noon to 8 p.m., which is a pretty big window. But, yeah. Basically, I'm not allowed to eat or drink any sugary or artificially sweetened beverages. Is this Male Master exclusive? It might be, SE.RA.PH. It might be. So since even I can't help but feel a little sorry for you, I'll help you out just a little more. Yes, this is SE.RA.PH. Think of it as a zone made entirely out of light where everything has been digitized with the pseudo-spiritrons. As long as intellectual activity is taking place here, an information life form like myself and an organic life form like you can interact in the same space-time. Furthermore, knowledge, experience, and power sources you attain here will be carried over when you return to the physical world. So any battle you engage in here on SE.RA.PH has the same significance that it would have in real life, and things that happen here can and do affect reality. What's that? How did this happen? You mean, why did SE.RA.PH end up digitized? You'll have to figure that out for yourself, Senpai. It wouldn't be fair to the others if I told you. Now that is where SE.RA.PH's front gate used to be. It's the entrance that all regular staff use when commuting here from the company dormitory. It makes perfect sense for you to start your SE.RA.PH expedition. If I do say so myself, don't you think? That map looks kind of feminine. Just ignore that. Even I find it embarrassing. Still, once I took over the system, it was inevitable that the oil rig would assimilate with my consciousness. It doesn't really take a genius to figure out what shape it would take when it was reformatted during the digitization, does it? Anyway, now that you're here, Senpai, there's no quitting or running away. Your only choice is to scuttle along SE.RA.PH like an ant carrying a sugar cube. And if you don't like that idea, you'll have to unravel the whole mystery of what's happening here to Sweet. Once you do that, you'll finally be free of the ant life. Oh, but that said, time isn't exactly on your side here, you know. Once SE.RA.PH sinks to the bottom of the trench, everyone dies. Even I can't change that. So you'll have to fulfill the victory conditions and make it back alive, assuming you stupid humans are capable of that, of course. Guess I'd better get going. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. After all, you're gonna die, like, right now. Well, look at you. Even if it was just dumb luck, I am impressed you managed to dodge my T.H.E. Is that, like, your deal? You're the guy that, with destiny on his side. Well, I guess you're not too bad looking. I get why BB took an interest. Falling on your ass is pretty lame, though. You lose points there. Plus, you totes won't be dodging this. Time to die. Oh no, I can't dodge it! How sad. Really, this is just deplorable. It's sad how you're about to be killed with no means of defending yourself, and it's sad how you preyed on a helpless beginner. This may be barbaric slaughterfest, but it's precisely times like this when one must conduct oneself elegantly, otherwise you'll lose your audience. The victor who triumphs over every obstacle must act with all due decorum. But what decorum is there to be found in killing a master who has yet to properly take the stage? Isn't that right, Suzuka? You don't deserve such a fine brocade if this is how you choose to act. You. What are you doing here? Oh, this is lovely. Just seeing you all flustered like this is enough to put a spring in my step. Very well then, since we aren't complete strangers, I suppose I can answer your question. Why did I help this human? Why am I here in the first place? Do you even need to ask? I'm a prima ballerina who follows her heart wherever it takes her. I never forget when someone has humiliated me. So I have quite literally flown back up from the bowels of the earth for a chance to fight you all once more. Why does she have the same face as me? I really only helped you on a whim, but I see you don't have any servants, do you? That works out well. Very well. In fact, you see, I've been looking for a puppet. A master of my own. So I'll help rescue you from her. If you form a contract with me. And you really should. After all, it's either that or die here. Well, you don't have much time. Listen up, because I'm only going to say this once. I'm Meltrilus, the alter ego of pleasure. I'll serve as your sword for as long as I feel like. Now tell me you're my master like a good little slave, okay? Okay. Then we have a contract. I can feel magical energy flowing into me, though it really isn't that much. Being decisive is an admirable trait. Alright, I'll take it from here. Suzuka's attacks have long range, so keep your distance to ensure you don't get caught in the crossfire. But don't go so far away that I can't see you. When it comes right down to it, I don't trust humans. So if you get too far away from me, even once, I might just melt you down like an old candle, okay? Big talk for walking scrap. Looks like I was right to check out that weird lightning. It led me straight to some rare prey. Come on, Meltrilus. Let's find out once and for all if your ballet can beat my dancing. the sad hat you thinking it was Tristan? It very well might have been.
まとめてゼリーにしてあげる。切り刻む。
Let's go, Mel! I do have both Mel and Passion, so we can use either. See, I don't like that crit. Unlucky crits like that, they can fuck off a little bit. I'm gonna kill either way, so there's no point in dropping that MP just to get that. It's been a minute since we heard this track. Oh, the CCC soundtrack's gone. I should have procced this last turn round, but... Whoa! Yeah, it's not like she can use her MP anymore. And I'll hold off on an MP this round. We're just gonna go for crits. Technically, I don't think this matters. It's a pretty easy fight. We're gonna drop that. No, I don't feel like doing my Duolingo. Bye. Oh, this melts MP5. I didn't even notice that. I don't really have a good option here because this is literally just an ally's arts card. And I don't really plan to use an arts card this round, so whatever. Make them work to figure out what the hell's going on. Yeah, pretty much. She's so stupid. Suzuka was one of my first MP5 4-stars. The problem is she hits like a wet noodle, and I can never really justify using her. And it's even someone like Artoria and Alter, who hits me much harder, and it wasn't that much harder for me to get her MP. One overcharged CE. I'm getting my ass handed to me. I don't remember what the end of the fight condition was, so if this is like last third round, I failed. You don't want to send myself ever again. That's fair. Not bad for a half-dead bunch of scrap. This is actually getting interesting. You are special among the alter egos after all, just like the girl from Swan Lake. Is that so? I'm actually finding this all very boring. It's beyond depressing. What's wrong with your body? How is your passive skill able to reduce all external impacts by 90%? Don't tell me you've become frigid. You probably got the idea from DB, didn't you? You've certainly fallen far whiles away, Suzuka. Ha! Who do you think you're fooling? You're mega jelly. Camouflage is like winner's circle kind of stuff. The mark of a true sentinel. Besides, I wouldn't even have gotten the gig if you hadn't abandoned your role in the first place. It's the same with Seraph and your fall from grace. The humans only have themselves to blame. So why shouldn't I get to do what I want? It's not like there's morals or justice here. So I'll kill all the other servants, get the Holy Grail for myself, and transform into my spirit origin as the Demon King's daughter. Pretty sweet life goal, right? Once I've done that, I can choose my own master. I'm totes serious about this, you know? So if I want to make my dream come true, I'd better start by taking the kind of power that'll let me do whatever I want. Is that so? Too bad that for you, you're still not seeing the whole picture then. Or is that you're just so desperate you can't afford to take it all in? Did you really think I was just slashing away at you for no reason? Your camouflage may be tough, but it doesn't repel drugs or poisons, does it? If it did, you could never apply lotion or makeup, and that would be devastating. That would devastate you, wouldn't it? I'm the alter ego of pleasure, queen of poison and nectar. I'm weaker now, but my irises are still deadly. Oh, you bitch! You, knew about my skill all along, didn't you? Of course, I was a sentinel before you were. Fine. I didn't plan ahead for viral warfare, so you won this one. I'll back down for now. Besides, this literally isn't my jurisdiction anyways. I just came to see what all the lightning is about. And for you, the mediocre master who only just realizing how far he's been left behind. I totally forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? My bad, let me take care of that now. I'm Suzuka Gozen, the daughter of the Demon King of the Fourth Heaven, a saber and a high school girl in the prime of her youth. Now that we've met, it's only a matter of time before I hunt you down and cut you to ribbons. I'm gonna keep your heart for myself, so you and it aren't going anywhere. I'll text you, left swipe. No words. I have no words. Halloween from Mount Liang, yup. And that's the upcoming ticket. Thanks for saving me. So, have you gotten your bearings, Nick? No need to thank me. I was just looking for a master myself. I'm sure this is all very new and strange to you, but try to calm down. Come on, I'll explain the basics on the way. I don't recall telling you my name. I overheard it during your talk with BB. You could have figured that out for yourself if you tried. You're not very bright, are you? It's very annoying. No, I'm appraising you to see if you're a puppet worthy of being my master. Relax, you pass, if only barely. And don't worry, I won't dispose of you after I'm done using you either. I'll tell you what, if you manage to be a good master for me, right to the end, I'll definitely probably send you back to your own world. So if I were you, I'd do what I say for now. If you have even a modicum of sense, you won't do anything foolish like end our contract. Especially since Seraph is brimming with enemies like Suzuka and that attack program she had with her. A mere human like you can't survive here on your own. You need a servant to keep you safe. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you're a failed master who couldn't manage to form a contract with any decent heroic spirits. Then you should be overjoyed that a goddess like myself has deemed you worthy of her aid. You're a goddess? Yes, specifically I'm a high servant, amalgamation of multiple goddesses. As a master, I believe you're able to see a servant's stats. Go ahead and check mine later. You'll be shocked when you see what I'm capable of. At any rate, let's push on. The front gate here may be completely digitized, but some of the other facilities are still intact. Let's see. We can start by heading to the main oil deck cable area and sneak into the main facility from there. If you stay in digitized areas like this corridor, you'll eventually be disintegrating. After a few hours or so in a place like this, humans end up converted into data and imported to SE.R.A.P.H. Not a concern for me, though. Even servants won't last more than a few days. Phoebe may have said this is a game, but don't trust her. There's nothing fair or balanced about this game. Everyone will be converted into data well before SE.R.A.P.H. reaches the bottom of the trench. But she said we'd reach it in a few hours. In the real world, yes, but in SE.R.A.P.H. time passes 100 times quicker than it does in reality. As such, 1 minute of real-world time is equivalent to 100 minutes here. So yes, in reality, you will reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench in 2.5 hours. But to us here in SE.R.A.P.H., that 2.5 hours will seem like 10 days. What's more, while SE.R.A.P.H. may be based off of SE.R.A.P.H.X, it is actually far larger. Understand, you could use all the time remaining to you and still not be able to conquer this place. On top of that, you'll only be able to walk around here for about 2.5 hours without a break. Can't you tell that your body is already starting to be converted into data? In 2.5 hours, you'll be fully imported into SE.R.A.P.H., so we need to find a safe area to serve as a base before that happens. Well, are you following me so far? I get that things are really bad, at least. Good, that saves us time. Let me do all the fighting, you just worry about reaching a safe area as soon as... What? I just thought we could shake on it. Shake on it? Seriously? Did you not hear me say you don't have any time to spare? If you don't want to, that's okay. Hold it. Wait, just a moment. Come on. You think I can't do this? I can do this. There, I raised my hand. That should do it, right? Of course. Thanks for helping me. That was easy. What was? Nothing. I'm just too shocked to find a human who would actually touch an alter ego. Come on, Nick. You're about to enter a dangerous digital realm positively brimming with enemies. But don't worry, the least I can do is be your escort. Just try not to wander off, okay? MHXX's banner? Mysterious Heron XX? I don't know. I have to imagine it would... Normally, MHXX would rerun during like summers or the times of the... and even times of Saber Wars. I don't know.
そう、燃えるような舞台がお好みなのね。楽しみましょう。見切れるかしら。たまらないわ。バリアシオンパラディオン。
In theory, she would have been rerun more recently because all of the foreigners have been reruns since then. In 20, like in just this year, we've already had a foreigner run of servants. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think we did.
Kawaii. やればいい。楽しみましょう。お会いに来ても見切れるか。たまらないわ。バリアシオンパラディオン。
I gotta remember to activate that third skill on this when I'm using this melt.
覚悟はいいかしら。怖い。やればいいん。切り刻む。 グーからワルスエタワール救いを祈りをぶち抜いてあげる。
Should have popped that first.
切り刻むの邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。ガラスガキメルトアウト。歯応えがないにも程があってよ。
It is nice to hear the CCC soundtrack again, I gotta say. I see, so that's your story. Well, good job breaking it all down. Caldea's situation, the reason you came to Seraph, and BB's asinine presentation. It fits pretty well with what I expected. It seems protecting you was the right choice. Why did you choose to protect me? Happenstance. I saw that a new human had dropped in, so I went to see for myself. I knew that BB was paying extra attention to you for some strange reason, so I figured you must be more important than the other masters or researchers. At any rate, is that really your only question? There's still a lot you don't understand after all. Let's see. Why don't we start with SE.RA.PH? SE.RA.PH is a digital labyrinth loosely based off the Seraphic's oil rig. Yet it's still only an imitation. The original SE.RA.PH is even bigger. You see, the inside of the moon is an entire world made up of photonic crystals called moon cell automatons. That world belongs to us rather than humans. The original SE.RA.PH was a city-type engine that was created to run this giant moon cell processor. It was a network that excelled in its role by having many humans, AIs, and NPCs live inside it. It was also the site of the Moon Holy Grail War. You have Holy Grails in your world, right? In our world, the moon cell itself is an inexhaustible Holy Grail. It also chooses for itself which human will wield it. But the moon cell is just an observational device. There's no way of making value judgments about the quality of humans within it. So it opted to use a battle to the death as a fair and impartial standard for weeding out candidates. It invited 128 masters to SE.RA.PH and had them compete to win the Holy Grail. It didn't care what surviving human was like, the methods they used to survive. It simply decided that whoever survived would have proven their superiority. So the Moon's Holy Grail War ended up being a slaughter fest, and now things are more or less the same here on this SE.RA.PH too. That said, one difference is that the Moon Holy Grail War was a tournament rather than this barbaric free-for-all battle to the death. It lasted for 7 rounds, and the administrators decided who would fight who. In that sense, it was actually quite rational. But the one on this SE.RA.PH is anything but. Kill whoever you want, as many as you want. All that matters is being the last one standing. That is the sort of trap you find yourself in now, the Battle Royale. Why do you resemble BB so much? BB is a high-grade AI, an information life form mapped out all the way down to her soul. She was stationed on the moon during the Holy Grail War. She was to keep masters healthy during the war, a pure righteous being in charge of their health. But then she bugged out and started to style herself as the ruler of the moon. Her prime directive was to protect humans, started creating errors, and now she thinks that managing humans is what she should be doing. She even went so far as to take control of the moon cell. However, she messed up and lost to a human. As for me, I was an aspect of BB's personality before she cut me away from herself. I'm the alter ego that was created from her sense of pleasure. That's why the other alter egos and I resemble her. We were born from her. Of course, now that I'm an alter ego, she and I are completely separate life forms. So I'm under no obligation to obey her orders. Honestly, I saved you just to piss her off. I do hate humans, but I hate BB even more. So does that satisfy your curiosity? As far as I'm concerned, humans, masters, or otherwise are no more than a source of experience points. You and I are not equals. We do not trust each other. Is that clear, human? I'm gonna be nice. I won't say anything about how nice you are. Really? Because I could have sworn you just did. If you consider a perfunctory summary like that to be nice, I have to wonder if you actually have a capybara inside your head instead of a brain. Never mind. Now is not the time. Getting out of here before you dissolve is marginally more important than praising my outfit. Since you lack a master's proper detection abilities, I should tell you that there are other servants up ahead. And as I said earlier, every servant you meet here is your enemy, and you have to defeat them to stay alive. This one should be easy, though. He hasn't noticed we're here. Luckily, one of my many specialities is ambushing my enemies. I'll take him down before he even knows what's happening. All you have to do is give me the order and maybe help out with a command spell if things take a turn. I hate to say this, but I'm afraid I pushed myself too hard on the way here. Consequently, I'm unfortunately just a tad below my peak performance level. If we're really unlucky, I could even end up losing to a lower class opponent. Isn't that for fighting high class opponents? Shut up! I was just suggesting a far more effective plan of attack. Besides, if I win, you win, so don't hold back in everything you can and do everything you can to support me. Okay, the enemy servant's now within firing range. Let's crush them, Nick. But keep it elegant. That's what I thought, Zahura, but yeah, that is going to be a while out. Okay, I'm gonna have you guys wait for a minute. I need to go quickly use the restroom. I shouldn't even be like 3 to 5 minutes, so we'll be back really soon. Alright, I'm back. We will probably get a server reset while I'm playing this. Hi, Gawain.
人間たちは懲りないわね。覚悟はいいかしら。貫いてあげる。あら、怖い怖い。
Oh, I forgot to drop my mystic code. Not that it's a big deal. No, I should have used the other button.
トランプ見切れるか。あ、グー、トラ、ワルツ、エトワール。その呼吸を乱す。打ち切る。手元は加えません。ぶち抜いてあげる。
I hope everything looks fine on your guys' side. Like everything's coming clearly. I only get a little like look, and I had to, as always with these FGO streams, I have to just take the way the phone out, I'm pretty sure. So. If anything's coming in odd, let me know and I can play around with it. Boom, and didn't even need a command spell. Okay, that's good, Uhura. Huh? I say you're quite skilled, milady. However, I cannot imagine whose heroic spirit you may be. In fact, I find it hard to believe you are a heroic spirit at all. Of course I'm not a heroic spirit. That was a low blow, even for... Hang on, you're Gawain, aren't you? I don't remember you being among the 128 servants. Oh, is that you, Nick? It is, isn't it? Thank goodness I found you. I was quite worried when we were separated during the raid shift. Huh? What happened to Nero? Surely you jest, Master Nick. I, Gawain, am one of the 3 servants who accompanied you here. Surely you recall that I came to protect you along with the archer and whatever you might call that other thing. Back then... What? Huh? What's this? It would seem you're serious. I'm not sure how this misunderstanding arose, but I can assure you that I am one of the servants who accompanied you here from Chaldea, not one who was summoned by SE.R.A.P.H. Worry not, Master Nick. It seems you had a spot of difficulty since our arrival, but you may rest easy now that I am here to keep you safe. I too heard BB's speech. I have a fair idea of what's going on here. Let us resolve this situation and return to Chaldea together. Thank you, Gawain. That's really reassuring. What's going on? You came here with other servants, 3 of them? You didn't say anything about that. I thought I was the only one here you could count on. Wait, you're angry at me? I'm not angry, I'm just asking a question. Now hurry up and tell me exactly what's going on here. I see. You must be the ones who saved Nick from his predicament. You have my thanks, Meltrovis. However, the timing is far too convenient. An alter ego would have no reason to cooperate with Chaldea. We certainly cannot trust her completely, but she does not appear to be lying. Fine, just tell me the other servants that came here along with you are. An archer with twin blades and a red coat, and a fox-eared caster in a shrine maiden outfit? Did you say archer in a red coat? Why, do you know him? Not really, I just remembered wanting to carve him up the moment I saw his face. At any rate, this means you have other assets at your disposal. Well, that's good to know. I can't afford to be picky right now. I'll never get another chance. So then, in addition to finding you in a safe area, we also need to find your other servants. Oh? So you will continue to accompany Master Nick, even though I'm here? Of course. You can't escape from me that easily, Nick. I'm not going to end our contract just because you happen to have other servants. As we are still unfamiliar with this place, I would welcome an ally who knows her way around SE.R.A.P.H. However, you can't trust her, right? I don't blame you, man. She's obviously hiding something. Who can be trusted? Who's the real heroine? Where could the other 2 servants have gone? Well, not to worry. Your personal angel, BB, is here for the time being today to answer your questions. BB channel time! Bad woman. Yes, it is. Just kidding. I gotta say, I wasn't quite expecting this little situation, so here we are. As the ruler of the moon, I decided to come squash those annoying bugs myself. I love BB Channel. Can I just say, when Seki eventually reads this chapter, I have a strong suspicion she's gonna find BB Channel annoying as shit. I forgot, Meltrovis is slowly gonna get weaker as this chapter goes. She started at NP5, now she's NP4 and lowered by 5 levels. Still better than Gawain, but I'm not really going to use her. I am, however, going to... I'm going to keep my front line of Nero, Talmo, and Emiya, and I'm just going to do that for good measure. Though Gilgamesh is not... I have no upgrades on my Gilgamesh. This is year 1 launch Gilgamesh still. The Mastermind? Here? Now? That's right. Thanks for the sultry encore. I knew you wouldn't disappoint when it came to the reaction shot, Senpai. That whole, huh? The last boss thing you had going on was perfect. But it still makes me sad. I wish I didn't have to punish you for being such a naughty boy, Nick. But there's nothing for it now, is there? It's your fault for taking forever to get through the very first area, after all. And here I thought you'd remember. It's slow and steady that wins the race. What are you up to, BB? Aren't you the one breaking the rules by showing up here in person? Shouldn't the last boss be holed up in the innermost chamber, watching from a monitor or something? And in general, I intend to do just that. But it's no fun following the rules all the time, now is it? Still, a master with more than one servant? That's one thing I'll never, ever stand for. Master, get behind me. This could be our chance to settle this hearing now. Now that the source of our troubles has appeared before us, I shall do my utmost to capture her. Hang on, I need to talk to you first. What's this, Senpai? Are you who are you gazing at with such passion? Whatever could you be talking about? Just kidding, you didn't really think it was going to be that easy, did you? Neither battle nor dialogue has any effect on me after all. Why, you ask? Why is that, you ask? Because nothing happens here on Seraph unless I want it to happen. Don't worry, I'll give you all personal Hard Knock style lesson to show you what I mean. Trust me, it'll get you right in the spirit origins. You're up, Matcha. Go ahead and show them your brand spanking new animations. How many times have I told you not to summon me while I'm eating? What am I, a rabbit you pull out of your hat or something? Oh gosh, Matcha. I didn't realize that you thought so highly of yourself. I'm sorry. All this time I've been thinking of you as a disposable pocket worm or a worn-out ink. I had no idea you dreamed of becoming a popular character. Okay, then next time, instead of Rabbit Trick, I'll draw a cloth over you and use you to practice my human pincushion act. No thanks. Knowing you, you just stab me with real swords and act like you make me disappear. Sheesh. Just my luck I'd run into an AI that's gone super rogue. You there, Archer. You aren't a Chaldean servant, are you? Are you asking if I know your master? Well, gosh, that's awfully kind of you to form a contract with a half-assed spirit like me. It says a lot about you. We're on opposing sides here, so I'm going to do my best to try and kill you. Wow, look at you, Matcha. Not even an ounce of sympathy for an old acquaintance. I love it. In fact, there's nothing I like better than that kind of ruthlessness, so make sure you don't hold back in any way, shape, or form. Got it? Because if I smell even a whiff of betrayal from you, it'll be off to the trash compactor with you. And I'm sure you don't want to be tossed into the deep sea after being squished into a cube, now do you? Yeah, you don't gotta tell me. You already paid up front, so don't worry, I'll do my job. Alright, bring it on, Chaldea servant. I don't know what things are like on the outside, but this here is Seraph. Down in this digital ocean, rules are everything. You might have a first-class spirit origin, but that doesn't mean you'll be able to make full use of it here. Come on, I'll show you what I'm talking about firsthand. CCC Gawain death scene vibes. God, Gawain does have the short end of the stick, doesn't he? Okay, how do I want to approach this? I won't be able to pull an NP out of my ass for Emmy immediately, so... I'll clear this wave normally, I think. Console, fuck you! I should pop that and get Invictus Spirit going. I should have Romero's skills at some point. I forgot to change out my Mystic Code again. Okay. That's not targetable, am I right? Yeah, I could drop that, but not really worth it. we're just clearing this wave normally, I think.
よし
ではその通りに。さてさて。
Gambling in my gotcha game? The horror. God, I'm getting like no brave chains here. It's kind of annoying, actually.
ではその通り。
Okay, this is the wave I think I'm gonna go ahead and let loose just a little bit. Single target too. Okay. I was gonna go crazy with Emiya, but I should have done that last
量
time.
産ですもの。節約。バリバリ呪うぞ。炎の泉
Oh,
よ。
that actually worked. What does this do? That's just HP recovery. Okay, I'm gonna leave Emiya's skills for now.
門を開け。読者の幕を開けよう。見せちゃおうかな。我が才を見よ。万来の喝采を聞け。ダウンセントカルビ
Oh, in retrospect, that wasn't smart.
進歩部下の科学。世界にあまた矢の四十。
Where'd the 5 tickets come from, you all?
関数バックよえてな
量産ですもの。節約節約。
よしいいだろう
はいや。
関数バックよ
Okay, I need to actually pop this, I think.
癖が悪くねこの際確実に仕留める
Holding on that, though.
魔力を攻め時だな。いいだろ
Let's go, Bone Sword!
I am the bone of my soul.
Nothing mana cube.
Oh,
Oh, that did reset, though, didn't it?
ねえぞおいはっせいそこまでだ
Okay, good. I'm on track what I was looking
でも十分なのか塗り抜けるぜ
for. Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna get the kill.
いいだろ
Oh no!
関数バックよ
Oh no!
敗北だ
I'm a dumb.
弔いの今を
The evade! I got fucked over by the evade!
すまない。
すり抜けるぜ
Look, guys, eventually I'm gonna have to start team building. Let's just say that. Oh, that hurt.
切り刻むわ。
水
やればいいで
な
しょ。
足かせをくれてやるふん
Yu-Gi-Oh! Playeritis. Yeah, maybe a bit. Okay. How am I going about this? I don't actually have to kill. I don't even think I think it's just a turn requirement or a 1 rounder thing. I'm not that worried about this actually. And how can I pop that? Because I don't have any. I can't actually drop her MP yet. Yeah, Milk doesn't have her NP in this version of her. I am absolutely suffering from Yu-Gi-Oh! Player Angus right now. Just because she's about to die. Hold off on Gil there. I will pop this on Gil for safety. Holding off on that. Realize off it happened.
よく戦った貴様を勇者と認める。
Do that.
やればいいんでしょ。
原子は混ざり固まり万象を織りなす星を生む。システム発生よ。
I love that. No.
邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうとします。ベルトアウトなんてことするんですか。楽しみましょう。はい、桜ピー
雑種ごとき
罰ゲームです。恋のビートにドラゴンスケール。やっトランプ見切れます。お会いに来ます。
I actually might have had to knock out a break bar. I don't know. I probably should have not figured out a way to knock out that break bar. At least she's going for a Liz. She's absolutely not killing this people.
私の神は世界をドロドロにしてカーストキューピッドクレンザー。逃げられると思います。ドラゴンステーキになっちゃう。罰ゲームです。蹂躙しろだなんてやればいいんでしょ。身も心も生きていた痕跡さえも溶かして行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ行くわよ。 なんてことするんですか。それなんでもできる罰ゲームです。リハと違う。罰ゲームです。
Yeah,
切り消さない。楽しみましょう。お会いにしま
That was close. I think I can survive this one.
す。
Here, knock me in. Frick. Okay, I think I win.
切り
This
消
should
さ
be
ない。
enough.
邪魔者にはそろそろご退場願おうかしら。ガラス垣メルトアウト。なんてことするんですか。アントランプアンブートラワルスエ
Thank you, BB.
トワール。歯応えがないにも程があってよ。
Okay. You can stop chewing ice. What was that thing just as the battle started? That slot machine is this episode's showcase feature. You know how there are strong servants, weak servants, lucky masters, and unlucky masters? Well, thanks to this evil little roulette, everyone can equally relish the fear that they might lose their next battle. I call it BB's terrible slot machine. Why would you even do that? Hey, showbiz is relentless. You can't expect audiences to be satisfied with the same old thing forever. Oh, Senpai, you're so weak and fragile and dumb. For someone with all those difficulties to get this far and not be praised for it, I mean it, really. That's why I came up with this little... That's why I came up with this little treat, to make sure you get your due for succeeding in spite of being you. So no complaining, okay? And you mean to tell us that every battle we fight here will be subject to this interference? Of course, I didn't get the chance to tell you about it earlier thanks to an unexpected interloper. But I think we can let bygones be bygones there. This is where the games really begin. Will Seraph continue to sink? Taking everyone down with it, it's time for the Great Deep Sea Escape game. Will you be the master to walk away with the Holy Grail? I know it's a rip-off of the Moon Holy Grail War, but try not to let that spoil your fun, okay? This game is a battle to the death between no less than 128 servants. To win, you need either uncover the truth behind Seraph, or be the last servant standing. Once either of these victory conditions have been met, you'll all be free to go. Go ahead and pick whichever one you like. As the game master, I'll be right over here watching you toil away regardless. Yes, that's where you belong. So why did you show up in person this time? Well, you know, it gets kind of lonely just fanning the flames remotely all the time. So before I knew it, I found myself coming here to do bug squashing. I don't need anyone here who doesn't appreciate my game, so I thought I might as well squash them now. But I guess it would be kind of silly to go and kill them myself after I went through all the trouble of bringing them here. Oops. See what I mean, Nick? Phoebe is clearly bugged off the deep end. What about you, Melt? Why are you all taking the human side? I don't remember ever ordering you to do that. I'm the alter ego of pleasure. I care more about enjoying myself than Sarah's rules. Besides, I'm still a sentinel. You shouldn't have any problem with how I spend my time as long as I fulfill my ultimate role, right? So that's the approach you're going with, hey Melty? No wonder you're my sadistic alter ego. You're way more devious than the other sentinels. It's almost scary that... And this is me talking. If you're satisfied now, then get out of here. We need to hurry and find a safe zone. You probably messed up the route leading to the dock too, right? Let us explore in peace. Yeah, it's all my fault. Go ahead and blame me. I feel better knowing I had a little fun anyways, so I'll go ahead and wait for you in the boss room. Oh, and if you're going to focus on exploring instead of fighting, let me give you some advice. As the admin, I've walked down a number of SE.R.A.'s passageways. But if you want to bribe me, I'd be happy to open them for you without telling the other players. Still, you might not want to explore too much, you know? The further you go in, the stronger the attack programs will get. And you'll also start running into Sentinels, special servants with Castus guarding SE.RA. Sentinels? Yep, I'm the producer for this battle arena, so I made sure CCC is synonymous with emotional barriers and Sentinels. Seraph is what you'd get if you took somebody's mind and turned it into a labyrinth. Put another way, it's like the digital embodiment of humanity's inner world. It used to also be called the Sakura Labyrinth, but that's a story for another exposition dump. Basically, there's no program in the world that's more complicated, weird, and downright messed up than a human mind. The Sakura Labyrinth and those Sentinels turn these inherently irrational structures into defense mechanisms. Each Sentinel is given a powerful passive skill called the Camouflage, or KP for short. KPs make Sentinels all but impossible to beat with normal servants, so I'd avoid them if I were you. Of course, the Sentinels will also try to stop you from investigating SE.RA, so you might want to try beat them anyway. There's 5 Sentinels altogether, and each one guards a different bit of SE.RA. So make sure you know what you're in for when moving to a new area, okay? Okay, that's all for now. BB out. Oh, right, I almost forgot. Back to life with you. Ow! What the hell? That hurt even more than getting killed did. And what was with the deal with the last battle? Why did I get knocked all the way down to level 30? I spent hours grinding away to max it out after you refused to cheat on my behalf. Oh, did you? I'm sorry, I didn't realize. When I saw you gone and knocked yourself out, I kinda got annoyed and ended up draining you. But thanks to that, I got a little level up myself. So I'd call it a nice win-win. Thanks for the present, Matcha. What? I'm not giving you any gifts. If anything, you should be giving me a gift, like a bonus. Cripes, I can't believe this. What kind of employer steals her employees' hard-earned stags and... Sorry about that, guys. I wish you hadn't had to see that. Don't worry, I'll give Matcha a good talking to and start him out with negotiation, or with negative levels next time. Okay, let's try this again. Bye for now. See you soon at the same BB time, same BB channel. Oh, wait. Let me make a little correction to something that Da Vinci servant said back at Caldea. It may be difficult to race shift to the future, but it isn't entirely inherently impossible. So why did she say it was? Because all of you at Caldea aren't capable of race shifting past 2019. Anyway, that doesn't have anything to do with this current turn of events, so don't worry about it. What I would worry about is finding a way to survive, so good luck with that, Kay. Look at that! Lost Belt, Cosmos of the Lost Belt foreshadowing much? Very petty after Robin's betrayal. A little bit. Okay, did that one thing open up yet? No. We're going to take the King Protea fights piece by piece. So, like, after pretty much every story section I can, I'll do a King Protea fight and see where that gets me. I'll do it. I want to fight it before Kiara, though. Wait, how many more sections of Swan Lake returns I'll have? 6. I want to get through Swan Lake as well. Look, I'm either bad on the Archer or bad on the Caster. I'd rather be good against the Caster, who appears to be the boss. Otherwise, I think we'll keep this for now. I'm going to swap one thing, though. I'm beginning to recognize I need the NP gain on Emiya, and Nero, who I'm just dropping on the boss, is probably better for Black Grail. Team building wise, though, could I fuck around with this a little bit? I could use Melt Lancer if I wanted to. I wouldn't mind that. Cinderella's a good little, or good, strong, technicality I can get into. Shiki's fine. Technically, I could go Lancelot because he was in Extella Link. Or no, Extella. Was it Extella Link or Extella Link? I think it was just Extella Link. I got Combo Cat. I don't think I'll count Elizabeth's Mecha Ellies here, so I'll probably avoid the Mecha Ellies and maybe even Pretender down here. Passionate BB. Technically, I think I can use Fergus. I'm not really looking to do it right now. Low rarities are their own unique thing. Could technically use Medusa. Not my 5 stars. What 5 stars have I got here? I got Archetype Bird. I've got... I'm not gonna use... I'm gonna stick to Shiki Assassin. Artoria works for extra Stella Umbral Star. Obviously, I'm using Gil already. Karna is a good asset. Skullhawk works. Alright, Drake works. Drake. Unfortunately, no Scotty, Merwin, Zuge, or Castor. Lancer 2 is fine. I'm gonna count Assassin Li Shuen just because I've only got Lancer Li Shuen. I'm gonna let them both interchange with each other. Zerkers. I'm sticking to Vlad extra, I think. Maybe I'll go Vlad Berserker as well. I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't think I'll have any Avengers. Probably not. No Tiamat or Bizet or Ilya. Kiara and Melt are fine. Summer BB's fine. Jinako I'll use. I could use... It'd be funny to use Draco. I want to avoid using Draco if I can, but if I get real stuck, I'll bring in Draco and pair with Palm Net. No mash. Yarnia, supposed to be in the sword. And then, like, Gawain, Tristan, I'll use them. Anything catch my eye? Any altar I could use? Anything from 4 stars catching my eye, though, is especially good. Nothing crazy. Arjuna and Extol Link, true. Okay, that's about as much as I can fuck around with that right now. Though I did not mean to do that. I actually meant to switch around my team a little bit. I was gonna like switch out for Karna and Drake or something. Oh, it's not going to let me anyways. I'm fine. I actually did want to go back to the title screen. That's why I clicked that. Because, in theory, y'all are right. Oh, I need proof. I need those proof heroes. Thank God I really needed those proof of heroes for ascending stuff. That actually, like, speeds up my ability to level all my servants. Oh, I want to go to shop.
新生だマナプリズムと交換用意した甲斐があったな
Get my EXPs and my tickets. Do I have the servant space to do this? Yeah, I can use these EXPs in my inventory. I'll figure out what I'm leveling later. But what I do want to do is, I believe, yeah, the banner's still going on. We're gonna keep trying for that NP, for higher NP levels of Castoria. I'm not gonna have a lot of quirks to throw at this, but it'd be nice to get another copy of Castoria or finally get my Suzy set. Who I still don't have, by the way. So we're just gonna throw shit at this and see what I get. This will not be the case probably by the next time I stream this game, because by then I'll have this banner will be over. No, restart turn. Oh shit! expect that to actually happen. Okay. 2 more. That's definitely my last Castoria though. This is just a 3-star version. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Wouldn't it be funny? No. Yeah, real W, isn't it, U-Ball? I don't think the this main interlude actually gives me any quartz for clearing chapters, so you probably won't see very many rolls today, and that's probably getting to the end of what you'll be seeing me roll. I probably will be able to pull off that two spins, and it kind of hurts me to stop at NT4 Castoria Zerker, so that just means I'm gonna have to try next time I see your banner come up on like a GSSR or something, or if I have like free quartz during the all servant year. Because so far, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Y'all want me to be loose about rolling things on stream? Come back to me in 2 years on NA, because in 2 years, I don't really care about most of the servants releasing. Like, we are at anniversary right now, and meaning at least January through March, I'm open to rolling on whatever of 2020. What'll be 2026? Yeah, no, 2027 in NA. Next year on NA, it's going to be, yeah, Samurai Remnant and Mihoyo. But the following year, that's where you guys can expect me to be a little bit more loose and, like, just loosey-goosey on what I'm rolling for. I'll roll for basically whatever I feel like, or if y'all want to see me fuck around on a banner, I'll fuck around on a banner and throw a couple 10 spins at it. I know who my Grand Caster is now. Was going to be MHXA, but I'm hitting the point of, yeah, this is just a high value version of Castoria Zerker. I can probably throw some grails at her, and actually, I could probably push her to 120 if I get her high enough on. Okay. Back to Sarah. Okay, we can fuck around with this party now. I do want to build it around Tomo. But Nero is useless in this. As is kind of Emiya. So, do I have a Zerker I can use? 5-star Zerker that I'm willing to use. But I feel like using it. Not really. A good rider would be nice. I could drop a... Okay, we'll go with Drake. I'll bring Drake and swap Emiya out for... I don't really have a lot of support going. Kind of hard to get support going. So what if I drop Emiya out for support? Wait. Buster support would be nice, but I ain't got no Buster support. I might just Unga Boonga that. I'm oddly enough leaning. Oh, wait. Jinako or BB here? I can go defensive on Jinako, or I can try to walk with BB for a few turns. We'll grab BB. I don't expect to have to use her much, but A, it gives me an AoE servant I can lean on, and B, it gives me like one time, and B, I can lock Drake's cards into place if I get a good hand during the caster fight. These archers are going to be kind of to fight though. I might clear out this first wave. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Thank you, BB. Appreciated that. I forgot I had her at a higher NP level. What the hell? Okay.
にゃ笑わせないでくれます？
Beware Jinako's skill seal. Well, I can actually read the skills in FGO, so I will read them, or in NA, so I will read them if I
お腹が
use
鳴っ
them.
ちゃいました。小さいですね。
Skip first wave. Second wave significantly easier. I don't exactly expect to pull off a kill.
従いますけど。
任せな。
こっちこっち。はいや。
そうだよ。
Locked.
タイムストップ。
いいね。
Oh wait, the
任せ
archer's
な。
the boss. No!
まだまだたんまりくらいな。そうだよ。よそ見してないよ。砲撃よーい。
Okay, yeah, maybe that wasn't the smartest move. Oh no, it's a caster. Okay, that's what I thought. This is going to be this will be pretty shy.
バリバリ乗ろうぞ。
I should have swapped out my Mystic Code. I can pop you, but I don't think I'm going to get much out of that. I'll use the stars.
好きな話はお断りさ。いい任せな。
I specifically want to hit Giles.
はいよ。そうだよ。よそ見してんじゃないよ。よそ見してんじゃないよ。倍返しさ。
Oh!
なめてくれたね。こいつは高くつく。いいじゃない。高くな。 ここが命の張りどころってね。
量産ですもの。節約バリバリ乗ろうぞ。
ここはいよ。いいね。
This should kill.
私の名前を覚えていきな。エルドラゴン。太陽を落とした女ってな。
Oh, didn't kill Giles.
まだまだたんまりくらいな。そうだよ。倍返しさ。
You have those in the back line? Well, that's inconvenient.
任せな。はいよ。そうだよ。
はいや。
よそ見してんじゃないよ。
ちょっと神様っぽいところ、
はい
従い
よ。
ますけど、
Just get that NP back as quickly as
リズ
possible.
ムに神はこれデザインにしてみそぎの証、信奉余暇の科学ついにアマテの矢の始終。
This is truly year one meta though. No Buster support. No better Elite support.
まだま
It's
だ
just
た
a
んまり
color.
くらいな。
It's not even year one meta. I don't get a Zude.
量産ですもの。節約節約。
ここが任せ。いいね。
I just get Tomo. Tomo and a
私
lot
の
of
名前を覚え
kaleidoscopes.
ていきな。エルドラゴン。太陽を落とした女ってな。まだまだたんまりくらいな。そうだよ。倍
There
返
is
し
one
さ。
spot I'm not going to hold myself to on the extra servant restriction, and that's going to be the King Protea challenge. I'll actually fuck around with different team comps, like my actual team comps, just because I don't feel like trying to fight King Protea with this little restriction. It just felt wrong to not use Tomo much
じゃ
if I was
あ
going to be
一
doing
切
this
い
event.
ただくよ。
Hey, I could use that caster statue. You can't tell I'm low on like all of the basic statues. He was just a normal servant. Indeed, he may have been controlling corpses, talking like an utter madman, but still. Why are you so surprised? That is what most servants are like on SE.R.A.P.H. They've completely succumbed to their desires and fight accordingly. After all, one can literally get away with murder here. Even so-called heroic spirits act like that when they show their true colors. It just goes to show how much of a slave humans truly are to their libidos. Or perhaps it means they're all just berserkers, despite ostensibly being rational creatures. Humans only ever do what they feel like doing, after all. Your bias is showing, my lady. Yes, we do have base instincts and desires, but humans also use their rationality to keep them in check. That fiendish sorcerer we encountered earlier has long since abandoned such things of his own free will. He was utterly deranged, even among heroic spirits. That's why I said humans were slaves, because they aren't able to stay rational if they don't keep themselves in check. Of course my boundless love can melt down people to their checks alike, so it doesn't matter to me. How about it, Nick? Any interest in my skill? My nectar is strong stuff. If you ever feel like ending it all, just let me know. I can put you down for good before you even have a chance to feel any pain. What's your skill again? It's called All Drain. It's an illegal skill that lets me melt down and absorb, well, anything. Of course, I can't make full use of it right now, since I'm not really in peak condition. Kinda pathetic, huh? Especially after I went and promised I'd help you. You know, it is strange that we did not see any masters with that servant. I doubt that Castor would have gone to such ends if his master had been there to reprimand him. So why was the master nowhere to be found? Oh, the master is around, just not nearby. Don't worry, they all died a long time ago. Huh? May I ask what you mean by that, my lady? You do know your manners, don't you? I'm afraid it is what it sounds like. There were masters here once, but they really did die as soon as they summoned their servants. None of the servants here even know what their master looks like. The only servants actually with their masters here are those of you who came from Chaldea. What? But then what would that mean that the servants are all killing one another of their own accord? Why would they do that when they no longer have any reason to fight? I told you, every servant here besides those of you from Chaldea are acting purely on their own desires. That said, I'm sure Seraph's also playing a part. I don't know if BB is responsible for this or not, but here the ego takes precedence over one's consciousness, and... I wonder what that is. Kinda looks like a holy grail. No, Nick, you mustn't. I'm blind. The oil rig was taken before anyone knew what was going on. Once we realized what had happened, it was too late. No thinking back. We had figured it out before things got truly out of hand. But we all had the same thought. I don't want to accept something that this could really be happening. I was just an ordinary person. I didn't have any special talent, so I never tried to make it big. I made sure to live within my means. I even ended up working here for an incredibly dull reason. All I have to do is put up with life on the sea for 10 years. Again, I'm just an ordinary person. I couldn't do anything to contribute to society, nor did I have the guts to try a life of crime. Then came January of 2019. That's when something truly bizarre happened on SE.RA.PH. Every ship in our dock caught fire, our helicopter was destroyed, and we no longer had any means of contacting the outside world. And that wasn't half of it. Parts of the base itself started to just disappear. We couldn't even understand what was happening. The only word we had for it was strange. By February, we were down to about 100 survivors between day and night crews. We started living in the central command room, as it was relatively safe, meaning the fewest disappearances happened there. Thankfully, we had enough provisions to survive, so long as we didn't disappear. We were hopeful that we would make it through. Some of the medical staff had survived too, and the therapist did everything she could to help us. Both the wage workers and the privileged higher-ups who came here directly from Chaldea became part of the same community, with nothing separating us. The main thing we all shared was the same desperate hope. Let's wait until May. Chaldea is sure to notice what's happening here. We shouldn't have known better. We should have realized that we were already done for and that would be over by then anyway. In March, our director, Hideyasu Ajima, was executed. We decided it was his fault for not anticipating this mess. At some point, our community turned violent. We told ourselves we were just organizing in order to protect ourselves where we had to. It wasn't like only a few people made that call, either. We all agreed to it. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I was too scared to say no. Next, the assistant director was executed for failing to resolve the situation. Then a woman who had lost the key to the cleaning area. Then the doctors, who were no longer useful once we ran out of medicine. The people who stood up to Beckman were chosen to be sacrificed to the monster outside. One man was killed for eating too much. Then a woman was killed for spilling water. Somebody else was killed for just being a foreigner. And yet, even then, we were optimistic. We believed that in just a few days, this hell would come to an end. In April, we learned that 1 minute in the outer world was equivalent to 100 minutes here, which meant that any help Chaldea could provide would effectively take more than 50 years to arrive. Right now, I'm smoking a cigarette, which the community is forbidden. This used to be a smoking space, a break room with vending machines and the like. Not anymore. Most of SE.RA.PH has been digitized. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't deal with this fear with BP. So I left the command room and pulled out a smoke. Then I heard an awful condemning voice. Looks like you can't follow the rules either. It was Beckman's little dogs. They're always on the lookout for deserters. Always going around in search of any opportunity to get on his good side. Then I heard the horrible clanging sound. The sound of sledgehammers scraped against the floor. I wish they could have at least let me enjoy my last smoke in peace. Man, I never thought I'd go out like this. With how it's all gone down, I just wish I'd grown a spine and stuck up for the assistant director. Was that a crew member's last? Yes, that must have been the final memory of a human who died here. But it's all in the past now. Don't pay it any heed, Nick. Nick, your expression tells me all I need to know about what sort of memories they must have been. We must get to the bottom of the situation at once so that no more lives are lost. We could all use a little more Tomomo in our lives. This would technically be set post-Bleacher. That said, we don't know what's going on 2030 yet, nor do we know exactly what's going on with the Bleached Earth, for that matter. Hey, look, another throwdown on Castoria's Urker. This is where we're at, guys. Folks, this is what I've resorted to. Gotta get one more, and then I feel like I've rounded it out if get even one more sum, which I should get before this banner's over. There's still like at least about most of a week left, I'm pretty sure. Okay, gosh, we're gonna be on Swan Lake for a minute. Remember, Swan Lake is just the longest section since the introduction. In theory, we don't even have the shop yet. Oh, we do. Oh, I forgot. They sell Sakura Men for QP. It's not a lot of QP, so I'm just gonna buy it all. Ah, Lancer. Okay, I can actually build a team around this time. So you can be switched out for something for Lancer. I could go Karna. But knowing that I'm wielding a Tomomo here as my primary support, I'm actually going to push down to Lancer Melt. See how that does for me. Also, I should probably switch to the Mystic Code. That's worth using. Far Side might be better when I get into like Kiara, I think. Blocking debuffs. Or that could be something worth using later. But this is how I'm going to go about it for now. They got isolated in 2019. Seraph, though, is sinking into the Mariana Trench in 2030. We're coming to a fork. The path splits in two here. One way leads to the chest where the central command room used to be, the other to the dives, which used to house the dock and heliport. I see, so the area is named after a part of the body. I suppose that makes this hair then. What sort of facility did this area contain? It housed the submarine cables. It was also fused together with the pump in the power plant. It should be safe here, even in Seraph. The Sentinels won't come this far. But the most important area around here is the chest. It's possible we'll find survivors in the central command room. I see, chests are indeed very important. I am partial to those that have grown nice and full. I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Speaking of which, you really should be putting more energy into yours, Marshallus. So far as I can tell, you are not even trying. Oh, Jesus. Don't worry, it's not too late to... Oh, right, I suppose it is, isn't it? My apologies. I don't need your apologies. Your politeness is for shit. Well now, if it isn't Sir Gawain, Disgusting. I'm disgusted from the bottom of my heart. I am truly chagrined to see a knight of your caliber on this battlefield, and furthermore, to see a man of your stature happily chatting away with that devil woman T.H.E. Tristan, the Knight of the Round Table? Indeed, I am Tristan of Sorrow, the child of sadness. I say, are you a master? I'm amazed to see that there is still a respectable one to be found here. And yet, it also saddens me that I've encountered as many as 7 servants in my time here. Each and every one of them has been pushed to the brink of madness. It pained me to slay them. And now the first master I meet here is joined by a devil woman. It seems that Seraph is truly hell on earth. Sir Gawain, young master, I must slay this devil woman at once. Would you be so kind as to move away from her? Do that and no harm shall befall you. I shall focus my fury on her and her alone. Master Nick, I don't know why Sir Tristan bears such ill will towards Meltrilus, but he appears to be deadly serious. Furthermore, his bewitched arrows can and will pierce all that he sees without mercy. If we do battle, I cannot guarantee your safety. Please bear that in mind and answer me this. Shall we move away from Meltrilus or remain here near her? I'm not even sure why myself. Yes? I can't do that. A fine answer, but alas, it only makes me sadder. Your willingness to trust in others, no matter who they may be, is exactly what is needed here on Seraph, and it is also a great weakness. Such innocence will only lead to your death. That foolish trueness truly pains me. Sir Tristan. Pay Sir Tristan's words no heed, Nick. There is nothing wrong with your answer whatsoever. What's this? Don't tell me you have started down the path of madness, sir. If it is madness to remain sane in the land where all others have lost their minds, then yes, I suppose I have. I recognize that Lady Meltrilus harbors a great darkness, but I'm also aware she attempts to cut my head off every chance she gets. You do, Meltrilus? I'm not trying to cut it off, I just want to poke it off. And yet, as you can see, there's no doubt that she also is a proud warrior. We share the same purpose and the same master, and we have fought side by side to come this far. As far as Nick and I are concerned, she is a most reliable ally. Nick could not think of turning his back on Meltrilus. I see, then there is no need for further talk. Say what you will, I will not suffer an alter ego to live. Prepare yourselves. Here he comes, let's do this, Melt. Getting rather familiar, aren't we, Nick? I thought I told you I wasn't going to fight on your terms. Still, that command of yours really resonated with me, like a bolt of lightning splitting a tree. Tristan, child of sadness, was it? Think you can hit a bird on the surface of a lake? Right. Thank you. Okay, first things first. Oh, that's actually a good hand, too. No! We're gonna lock this hand. I'm gonna hold off on that for a second. And we're actually just gonna start with this. Thank you for the convenient amount. Let's go, fuck him up, Melt. That should be the end of my part. Yeah, that's not a great I'm not on the Discord right now, Seki. I don't know what you're doing right now, but if you want to jump on the chat for a bit, I can just switch up my settings a little. That's up to you. I just came in to say hi to chat. That's all good. Got you. It's over, pretty boy. Yes, for you. That's fair. I didn't know what you were up to right now. I don't even know how your internet looks. So, what? Nice try out. My body is 100% liquid. There's no way your thin little cuts can stop me. She's mounting him. Indeed, he is completely at our mercy now. All that remains is for Lady Meltrose to use those arms of hers to slash his chest to ribbons. A liquid body. How careless of me. My arrows can pierce water, but they cannot stop the onrushing tide. To kill you, I would need a way to deal hammer blow powerful enough to hollow out the ground itself. Or perhaps a source of heat great enough to dissipate a lake, such as Sir Gawain's sacred sword. So, Seki, what you're saying is we can do tea time chat next week. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Well, the victory is yours. Do you mean to torment me or finish me? Hold it. Have you been fighting in that condition this entire time? I've had enough. Now that I've seen you up close, I can tell you're not my type at all. You're not even worth melting. Gawain, Nick, finish him off while you have the chance. Nonsense, my lady. This victory was yours. If you refuse to kill him, we have no reason to do so either. Be honest, Lady Meltrose. You wish to let him go, don't you? Are you nuts? Any servant we spare is just going to get in our way. Of course I want to kill him. But I missed my window of opportunity. Now that I've shown him my trump card, it'll be a lot of trouble to trap him again. So I'll let you two take care of him. Settle this now so he can't come after us again. What would you have us do, Nick? We have to ensure he doesn't get in our way. Right you are, Master. I'm glad to see we agree. There you have it, Tristan. As a knight, I'm sure you know how to pay your respects to the victor. We have no desire to take your life. In fact, we could use your help. The vanquished must bow to his vanquisher. Such is the rule of war. I would be most comforted to know you were watching my back. Huh? What are you saying? Were you listening to me? I told you to take care of him, as in finish him off. Very well, your master certainly appears trustworthy. Even I cannot say the same for all the company he keeps. Or even if I can't say the same about all the company he keeps. It also appears that you are fighting for some deeper purpose than an accursed Holy Grail war. As you are the victor and appear honorable, I will join you, if only for the time being. Of course, that is assuming Nick has no objections. Tristan has joined the party. Ugh, not another servant. What's going on? This isn't how it's supposed to be at all. I thought I was going to be Nick's only servant. Thank you again for having me, Master. May I ask your name? I'm Nick. Nick, that sounded strangely familiar. Regardless, a pleasure to meet you. It seems you have your own reasons for being here. I hope you will tell me about them on the way. However, please bear this in mind. No matter the circumstance, I will not abide alter egos. Fine with me. I'm not expecting you heroic spirits to be any help. Besides, you'll probably die off soon anyway. Think you can at least make a good meat shield first? Indeed, I excel at keeping my allies safe thanks to my harp of protection. Of course, it can only be heard by those of the soul, has no effect on inhuman monsters. Oh, nice one. How would you like me to melt you down now, after all? See ya, Saki. These two are absolutely not going to get along. Haha, no worry. For the round table, this sort of quarrel is nothing more of a pre-battle warm-up. As long as they are on speaking terms, things between them will improve in time. That said, I admit I have never seen Sir Tristan open his eyes to threaten someone before. But nonetheless, we Knights of the Round Table are very understanding. I expect that they will be close friends by the time one of them perishes. That seems wildly optimistic. I forget what this fight is. You know what I do in the event of a mystery fight? I pick a neutral class because I ain't trying to deal with it. I see, so this place was once an oil rig. I'm afraid I was only summoned to Seraph about 10 days ago, so... I see, there's still much you don't know. Tell me, have you been fighting in the Holy Grail War all this time then, as Vivi indicated in her public address? You wound me, Circle. I may be easily swayed, but I am not so rudderless as to be blown around without a single thought in my head. I have been exploring Seraph in an effort to capture this BB and encountered some servants along the way. But they had lost all sense of reason and became little more than bloodthirsty ogres. I could not leave those once great heroes to drown themselves in blood and hedonism. So in accordance with my duty as a heroic spirit, I put an end to most of the servants in this area myself. And yet, even they were mere trifles compared to that thing. It was truly a nightmare. I have seen her for myself. I even fought her several times, but each time I was forced to retreat. She is the ruler, no, the destroyer of this area. Each of the servants she finds, she folds in a needy caress before crushing them to death. That deplorable bouncy alter ego is the servant's greatest foe. I feel like I'm missing some critical context here. Tristan, do try to refrain from getting overly poetic with your descriptions. Also, did you say bouncy? Could you be a bit more specific as to what you mean by that? You're being awfully abstract. Be that as it may, I'm afraid I have no better way of describing her. This alter ego differs greatly from our companions, but is a force to be reckoned with nonetheless. I see, and you say bouncy is the most apt descriptor for her. It seems you will not be able to grasp the danger she possesses until you see her for yourself. As luck would have it, this fork in our path will take us to the central command room. It is what is known as Breast Valley, the domain of this particular alter ego. Ah, now I get it. That was actually a pretty apt description. If also a totally stupid one. I can hear you, Nina. I knew alter egos were nothing but pure evil. Just from caress, crush, and bouncy. I did. This may be a bit of a diversion, but we'll have to deal with this problem sooner or later, so you may as well see for yourself. Tristan is talking about another being like me. This way will take us to her domain. Her name is Passionate, and she is the alter ego of love and hatred. She was born from Vivi, just like me. I'm getting a little tired. Well, of course you are. Your body's outline has started to disintegrate. Remember how I told you that humans who stay on SE.R.A for a long enough time get converted into data? Why am I smiling, you say? Because I enjoy seeing you suffer, of course. The pain caress on your forehead, the flush of exhaustion in your cheeks, the way you're biting your lip at your fear of being disintegrated. I can't get enough of it. I love seeing your face like that. So this is some kind of sick skill. What, this? This is nothing compared to the pain I could dish out if I were serious. We have a bigger concerns just now. Not to mention those two servants are bound to get in my way, so believe it or not, this is me exercising self-control. It really is. But don't worry, I won't do anything to you just yet. You're still useful after all. Besides, we're allies now, right? So I'll make sure you get to a safe area. Now buckle up already. You've gotten out of worse spots than this plenty of times, haven't you? The chest area lies just beyond the passageway, about 500 meters from here. Hold it. I hear footsteps. Somebody is coming. Help! Somebody help me! More evil servants! Please spare me! I don't have anything on me! This is... a survivor. Wait, that uniform. You're from Chaldea. Oh, thank goodness someone finally came to help. Nice to meet you. Now, please help me. My name's Mabel McIntosh. I'm 28 years old, and I'm the best robotics operator on SE.RA.PH. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, madam. I am Gawain, and this is Nick. We have indeed come from Chaldea in order to investigate. Could you please tell us everything you know? Don't call me madam. Do I look middle-aged or married to you? Oh, by the way, you have such a handsome smile. You said your name was Gawain? What do you do for a living? How old are you? What's your income like? Oh, and of course, the most important part, you're not married, are you? That is a difficult question to answer, lady. I did indeed have a wife back when I was alive, but now that I am a servant, that is all in the past. Not a day goes by that I do not think of my wife. I am, however, not so old-fashioned as to deny myself the many freedoms that the servanthood offers. He actually said it. That moron came right out and said it. An alter ego. Not another one. Oh gosh, I'm dead. I'm as good as dead. What are people from Chaldea doing with her? Humans and egos are supposed to be mortal enemies. Go on, Gawain, finish her off. The Chaldean servants are supposed to be on humanity's side, right? Hurry up and kill her, otherwise... that thing caught up. Everyone quick, we have to get out of here. There's no way you can beat her. That monster crushed all 128 new servants that got here earlier, all at once. Her. Her breasts are huge! Indeed, the likes of which are unknown even throughout Britain. So you really have been bound. It must have been hard for you. Hang in there, Lip. Here she comes. Get ready, Nick. That's the Sentinel that sealed off this area. You'll have to defeat the Sentinels if you want to explore all of SE.RA.PH, so see for yourself what that will mean. I figured it was probably better to... her claws jokes are funny, but I want to keep that... I feel like keeping that to Hakuno is most appropriate. Why? Oh, I'm not okay, is that worth locking? Hey, should I lock that in? I'm not gonna get a better lock-in. Yeah, this isn't a real fight. I'll lock it in. Yeah, I'm not doing that one yet. I don't really get a pretender in this chapter unless I pull out a 9-tailed dragon Eliza. Something to consider. I love how goofy Large.
化粧の私の触手は残忍ですよ。惨めですね。大きく小さく、こっちこっち。星は眠る。熱し薄ま
Okay. Cool. I don't want to fix the C-Star Gather Rate right now.
笑わせないでくれます？眩しく、こっちこっち。
Bye, BB.
よかった。量産ですのよ。節約節約。バリバリ乗らますよ。
勝ち目がないことがなぜは疲れたのなら休む。俺は軽くだらん。
はいや。
ヒットライン。
流れてます。
Ouch. Or Sigurd falls in the timeline.
では報酬を与えましょう。熱、震え、別れ。我が手の上で弾けるがいい。はっ。
No! My background beams.
遊びが過ぎました。
You know, if Aoko were in FPONA, I'd actually have been willing to use her in this fight, or in this chapter. Because she technically appears. For that matter, I can maybe make an argument for the Ishtars if I really needed to fight a ruler. Nick, over here. She's about to use her most terrible skill. Gawain, you take care of that woman. As for you, I see you need no instruction. No, you don't. I know all about Trash and Crush. Tristan, take care of Nick. He won't be able to get away fast enough with those human legs of his. Understood. Apologies, Nick. We must leave this area immediately. We're almost at the command room. You see... What was that? It seemed as though she just compressed the entire passageway to a tiny cube. She did. That's Lib's ID_ES skill, Trash and Crush. She can compress anything within her field of vision into a cube, regardless of how big or strong it is. This is irreversible codec that makes her the strongest alter ego in terms of sheer destructive power. Her only real weakness is her mental immaturity, but since her senses of self are being suppressed right now, that won't be much help to us. Right now, Lip is nothing but a defensive mechanism that crushes everything that comes near her. Her sense of self is suppressed, how cruel. But now is not the time for sympathy. Milady, since this passageway has been compressed, does that mean we can no longer use this route? That's right. Nice to see you're paying attention, Sir Gawain. As of now, our path to the chest has disappeared. As this area is Sentinel, Lip can jump between different areas, but we're stuck without a route. Come on, we need to hurry back to the fort before we get Cube 2. Oh gosh, I thought I was gonna die of fright watching two alter egos fight. But I'm more scared of the idea of staying here, so please take me with you. Gawain, help her. Naturally, I won't let the first survivor we've met perish now. A wise decision, Nick. I can see why Sir Gawain trusts you. Please allow me to apologize for my earlier rudeness. With you as my master, I am certain I will not be led astray. I, Tristan, Knight of the Round Table and Child of Sadness, am truly at your service. look, I am getting quartz. The Devil's Elbow. Do 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 do.
量子通販サイト、次なる秘密に突撃ですね。
No battles. No one tells Seki. Oh gosh, oh my gosh. So that's our situation. Wow, look at you. You're still in your teens and yet here you are. You must have been so scared. But that aside, we're trapped just like I am. I haven't been saved at all. Somebody, anybody help me. Wow, this is an unpleasant surprise. It's almost astounding how little she knows. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of good-for-nothing swine. I've been doing my very best. I even beat my personal lifetime record for the fastest sprint. Sneaking out, once out, the alter ego asleep and running as fast as I could for that long really took me back to my school days. You know how it is. Any group you join eventually makes you run some sort of marathon, right? I've tried to tell them I didn't enroll in Rockefeller University to join the track team or anything like that. But I ended up getting roped into running every year thanks to that, though. I'm alive right now. I see. So that is why you have such shapely legs. At any rate, Lady Mabel, can you tell us what you saw at the Central Command Room? Of course, the command room hasn't been digitized, although the only survivors beside me are Arnold, Miss Trepane, and Holly. Miss Trepane hasn't been back since she said she was going out to try and contact Caldea. Holly, well, he gave me too much morphine, and he gave himself too much morphine, hasn't left the locker in a week. So the only people left in the command room were me and Arnold. And we didn't have much food left, so it was just a matter of time until Arnold and I fought, right? I didn't want that to happen, so I summoned my courage and ran away to the outside world. I see, so you've been holed up in the command room this whole time. So you can't show us around Seraph. You can't fight. All you can do is cry and draw enemies to us. What are you going to do now, Nick? I don't see the point in keeping this useless human around. Let's look for somewhere safe. Quite right, Nick. Unfortunately, we shall have to abandon our conquest of Breast Valley for now. Lady Meltros, you appear to know where we could find a safe area. Let us hurry there at once, so that Nick may rest. Well, these are the ties. The area that connects the dock. There is only one analog building. It has magical protection and contains too many indecipherable elements to digitize. It is a Christian chapel built to provide SE.RA.PH's crew a place for spiritual support. Ah, the cross I was able to see off in the distance must belong to that church. Unfortunately, there is a servant here that even I couldn't hope to defeat. The Lancer Count Vlad III, also known as Vlad the Impaler, still roams around this area. Shall we have to do battle with him if we are to reach the chapel? Proceed with care. Let's go, Nero time. Bing! Easy court. Okay. I'll bring Gawain as a backliner, but I'm gonna switch to Nero here. This was a better option. Don't think there is though. Saber. Could use Karna Saber, but now I'll use Nero. Could use Gawain, but now I'll use Nero. I'll just use BB to swat away any riders. There it is. Once we get through that passageway, we'll be at the SE.RA.PH's chapel, although... Indeed, those bloodstained spears stuck in the floor give me pause as well. I have heard that the Impaler... Why is game mode even on or off? I've heard that the Impaler skewers opponents with his spears and pins them to the ground. Hang on, I need to... I'm not charging. That was one of my concerns. Am I charging now? No. Are you plugged in? It appears the charging port's not working, which is a Just a bit unfortunate. Actually, now the entire thing seems to have come unplugged. Would you work, please? Yeah, for some reason it's not charging. I don't have my wireless charger right now for a couple reasons. Hopefully we can get to the end of this section before the end of the battery life. I just won't be doing the King Proteate quest today, most likely. I heard that the Impaler skewers opponents with his spears and pins them to the ground. There must be at least 30 spears here, and it seems he didn't stop at killing servants. There are also... Indeed, my spears pierce not only heroic spirits, but beasts who've forgotten their faith and lost their dignity. Such terrible, dull, infuriating battles. They were little more than animals in human dress. Truly, as if it was as in the Holy Grail War, back in the Holy War, for which I am famous, a clash bereft of chivalry and honor. A servant. I'm afraid you are mistaken, Nick. Please stand back. This knight has naught but madness in his eyes. He is not the man he was. Very well, this is a surprise. I was not expecting to see a master here. We cannot have that. No human should live in such a depraved land as this. I shall have to kill you. I must snuff you out. I must show you God's true love. No need to be modest. Even I shall not escape unscathed from this slaughter. So let us descend into hell together, my friends. We have lost sight of what is right. Engage in blasphemy and succumb to our desires. SE.RA.PH has become a blight on all that is good. Even purgatory offers no salvation. We must pay the price for our sins. This very chapel is the hotbed for all manners of wickedness. It seems he has lost himself to his anger. How unseemly. This is going nowhere. Is that so? Because I recall a certainly similarly angry someone attacking us at one point too. I am well aware of my past transgressions. I must say I never thought I would endure such biting wit from the lips of an alter ego. It saddens me that your tongue is just as venomous as your thorns. Enough playing around. If we are facing a lancer, I shall lead the charge. Count Vlad III of Wallachia, my master requires a place to rest. If you would deny a visitor proper hospitality, you are not fit to speak of God's love. Come, I shall cleanse your blood-stained armor with my flame. That's more like it. I have been awaiting you, my magnificent rival. But you would do well not to underestimate we spearmen. A demon god already inhabits my body. Your sword will not pierce it so easily. Did you just say... Motherfucker. Okay. I'm just gonna kill these riders immediately. If I see a good Nero set, I might lock it in if I feel like I can end that run. This would be an amazing Nero set if I was anywhere near the boss, and I'm not. So I'm kind of SOL here. I will apply a heal from Nero soon. I don't have a heal. I have this though. 3 turns.
上げていくぞ。笑わせないでくれ、みじま。従います。こっちこっち。きゃー、残酷。名城しがたきなるなるビーム。ま、では笑わせないでくれます。こっちこっち。
Alright, this is not the best spot to go into this round. I would have liked to have a lot narrow set from last round, but I should be fine. This is a good set anyways. I can work with this.
サードワン海岸。標本にしてあげるわ。バリバリ呪うぞ。聖者の譲りよ。
That's not where. I'll hold off on that for now. 門を開け、任せよ。うむ。Because I'm not perfectly certain.
我が才を見よ。万来の喝采を聞け。ラウセンのクラウディウス。決まったな。アエステスエステス。皆殺しで。炎の泉よ。うむ。では任せよ。はっ。決まったな。今日は楽しい。
That came dangerously close. Okay.
節約節約。
Oh no, I didn't solve the issue of the... Oh, was there a delay for game audio and screen for you guys? You should have told me. I would have, I'd have fucked around with that a little bit, because I know how to fix that. I can't... It's coming in perfectly fine for me, but I know when I was streaming last time, I had to export out what my capture card audio to me. If you guys are getting a delay between game and stream, I can fix that. I actually think I might know what the reason is now, and I can see if I can fuck with that a little next set, or next time I put this game on stream. Play FGO. But I can probably stop that next time. I think I just need to turn down the resolution of the game trying to overcome the output. Oh, I didn't see that for her. Sorry. Let me know if it's bad again. I'll try to keep an eye on that for chat. Oh, Nero, you really failed to kill. I'm really feeling that. I think that's an NP1 Nero. Yeah.
困ったアリさんたちですね。からかい尽くされた後に惨めに終わる。それがあなたたちにはお似合いです。
It's over, Vlad III. You've lost. Indeed, that was truly a bone-shattering blow. Your sword is every bit the equal of my spear. I am an immortal vampire. Only an immortal vampire could survive such a powerful strike. So clearly I cannot. Before you go, I want you to tell me. It seems like I let my passion get the better of me. I should not have said that. If you wish to know, then hurry to the chapel. Your servant, the Archer for Chaldea, awaits you. So this is where Archer ended. It is fortunate we were able to find him. Why does he not come out of his own accord? He must be aware of masters. And surely any servant of Nick will come immediately to his aid. You have every right to be suspicious, Knight's son. That man is not to be trusted. Ally or not, I would not lower my guard around him if I were you. Here on Seraph. You will be absorbed the moment you reveal any sign of weakness, no matter who you are. Remember that. Let's hurry to the chapel. The archer from Chaldea, eh? The one with the twin blades and the red coat, was it? What a joke. But if you insist he join us, I'd be okay with that. After I give him a good beating. I doubt he'll be any help in battle, but we can always use another meat shield. Now come on, run. I don't have the best memory of that chapel, but I guess we don't have any other places to rest, do we? I think there were some private rooms on the second floor too, so okay. Count Vlad's warning does concern me, but Nick cannot afford to wait any longer. Let us go inside. After all, we have no less than 3 capable servants between us. It should be well within our means to deal with whatever awaits us. Alright, just because my port's not working on here, this will be the last section for... Oh, I have 2 more, so I read this reading, and then whatever's after this, it might be one fight or 2, so... We're here, Archer, and we know you're here too. Show yourself. So you managed to take down Vlad. I figured you'd be able to do that much. Emiya. Yeah, it's me. You sure took your time getting here, Nick. Emiya, alter. What the hell? This isn't funny. Hurry and change back. Where'd that pompous Don John wannabe go? I couldn't care less about him, but that doesn't mean I didn't want to at least see his stupid, punchable face again. How do you plan on soothing this maiden's heart? It looks like you have got history with the other me. That's a shame. That guy ticks me off too. But as you can see, I'm not him. And you can thank BB for switching us out. I can't believe this. He didn't do a single thing the way I wanted him to. So that's everything that's happened so far. I know I've been watching from the church roof. You're lucky to have made it out of the chest alive. That alter ego is going to be tough to beat, unless you have what BB called the key to her heart. It is hardly any concern of mine, but I was not aware that Chaldea was home to heroic spirits such as you. You mean ones who aren't heroic at all? Let's just say our interests happen to align. Don't worry, I'm not planning on making friends. I see, that is a shame. As a fellow archer, I was hoping I would at least get along. Just forget about him. He's hiding out here all this time because he's too scared to go out. The important thing right now is that you get some rest. Go choose a room, then sleep for 6 hours. That ought to replenish your magical energy. Don't worry, you won't get digitized as long as you have vitality. On that note, we'll use this as our base while we explore Seraph. Got it, Nick? Got it. Finally a safe room. Resting up, huh? Before you do that, I have some information. There's a terminal hidden behind the altar. Looks like some kind of a port. But it's locked down in such a way that it's impossible for servants or alter egos to open. So if you come across a key that can open it, I bet there's some kind of hidden clue inside. Report, why would that be kept in the chapel? It's really well hidden. Whoever they had working here must have been pretty paranoid. Well, this is a chapel after all. It was surely a valuable source of support for any devout personnel. Priests offer a way for people to unburden themselves in secret. Ordinarily, we should not attempt to meddle in such matters, but in this case, doing so can offer a clue as to what's happening here at SE.RA.PH. There you have it, Nick. We should try and look for this passcode during our expedition. But right now, you need to sleep. Fortunately, there are enough rooms here for all of us to rest. Does everyone include that alter ego? Don't you think it's a little unsettling, Nick? I mean, you know that alter egos have been going around slaughtering everyone on SE.RA.PH, right? Why are you bringing one along? I still don't understand why she's even... Good point. I wouldn't feel safe entering sleep mode knowing humans are nearby either. Don't worry, I'll rest up outside. I don't have to worry about Seraph disintegrating me after all. Oh, if you don't mind, that would be reassuring. Sorry about this. No. Don't be. Honestly, hearing you apologize is way more painful than putting up with that woman. So you mean to prove your innocence by taking a step back? Is that your game, Marshals? Just don't read so much into it. I just want to sleep where none of you will bother me. I'll come wake you up in 6 hours. We can resume exploring Seraph then. I'm gonna try switching to my other dongle. This one works for SE.RA.PH. I don't know why it doesn't work very well for me, but I'll try it again. Just because I do feel bad about that desync. See if this will fix itself. At the very least, this will reset the desync again for a second. Now the charge is going. Well, it cut the sound, so I don't know what's... This is where it's weird. Like, the device itself should work. It's cutting the sound, and it's like... It's seeing the device. That's the problem here. And why I'm so, like... Why? Why do you do this to me? Oh! Nope. I do have this as well. Oh, but this is for the old plug. This wouldn't work if I wanted it to. Now it's not seeing it. Now it's seeing it. Okay. I hate these adapters sometimes. This one works for SE.RA.PH. Why don't it work for me? Oop, I accidentally clicked something. Okay. It's actually a nice adapter, too. I wish it would actually work for me. Yeah, I don't want to buy a new dongle, but I might have to. Because that's what this is creating this delay then. Before I thought it was just the audio system I was using, but evidently it's the dongle. This cord's also not working on it, so I'll try with a different cord that I have that might work with it. This will create one last little... Oh, that worked! Guys, I got it to work! It's working! I figured out what the problem was. This one just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit into the phone or with the dongle. The one I've got now is just a smaller port. Thankfully, the one I've got now is also good for it's the same one I use for my controller, so you should head up to the second floor too. I'll leave once I've seen you off. Huh? There's something near that wall. What is it? What's near the wall? Kind of looks messy. Oh no, SE.RA.PH, I've been using this. This phone does work with it. What stops some models from doing it's an HTCP protection. To make that work, I just have to turn it off on my capture card, which works fine. It just means I can't open any video streaming apps on the any video streaming apps, and there are some restrictions that don't really matter for phones. And in reality, a lot of devices that need it, like the PlayStation, will automatically turn the HDCP filter on. So it doesn't really cause any problems, except for with iPhones. And it's not even all iPhones. It's just the ones that have the USB-C. It's a problem with my iPad too. It works on my iPad now. Like if I wanted to, I could switch things over to my iPad, and it would actually be a lot easier to do FGO for my iPad than my iPhone for a couple reasons. A, because I think the screen in particular wouldn't. It'd be easier for me to mute notifications. The screen is a better size, so it'll port better and it'll look better on the screen, so you don't have the 2 black bars on top anymore. At least I think that's how it'd be. And I'd be able to charge without using an extra dongle, because I have 2 charging ports on that iPad. But I don't know. Maybe I'll experiment with it, but the problem is it requires me to transfer my FGO account. I don't really want to do that, because transferring this account can be a pain in the ass. And then I lose all the data that I've downloaded. Not worth it, usually. Looks that way, yes. Some sort of ceramic something must have been smashed there. That archer probably knocked it over. At any rate, it's none of your concern, really. It's just a little mess. Forget about it. Now hurry up to the 2nd floor before Tristan throws some more shade out my way. Okay, sleep well, my little master puppet. Even if you can't do anything else useful, you can at least rest up and feel better, right? Yes, I know what that scene is too. That's just like you, isn't it? Noticing her even though you have no idea what's going on? Thank you, Master. I'm glad at least someone noticed her, even if only what remains. Okay, with that, I actually should be able to have time to do that, so I'm gonna buy the key. We'll finish up Swan Lake, and then I actually will go and do the first fight, King Protea fight. But first off, let's get this 2-spin out of the way here. It ain't gonna be nothing. We've already had the lucky single for today. That ain't happening again. But you gotta round it. It is a good spot to round it out on the screen. Then you never know. I could get Suzuka in the next roll. That'd be kind of fun. 3-star servant. Hi, Darius. Yeah. Cool. Still about a week on this banner, so who knows where that'll take me, but. Have a good night, SE.RA.PH. We're not going for too much longer, so. My cutoff time tonight is 11, so. Yeah. I'm sure I'll see at least a few of you tomorrow. Never before have I felt so wounded by a mere price of goods. All that sacrament gone. It may have been necessary, but it saddens me nonetheless. Didn't think I'd see BB selling the gate key herself. I bet she just found it lying around, too. What a filthy money grubber. Huh? Isn't BB the one who turned SE.RA.PH into Seraph? Why would she sell us anything? Since I was created from a part of her, I kinda hate to admit this, but she's kind of warped. Nothing she does have any rhyme or reason. Let's just try this key out. These records are secret. Can only be viewed by one person at a time. After playback is concluded, the records will be erased and their contents cannot be saved. Do you wish to proceed? What does that mean? Oh, that means only SE.RA.PH's admins are authorized to access it. I think it sends data directly to the brain of whoever's viewing it or something. Basically, it means we won't be able to find out what it says, just the one that hits the enter key. Which leaves you and me, since we're the only humans here. Oh. I'm a little scared, you know. I think I have a stomachache. You can have this one, Nick. So what are you going to do, Nick? We paid a fortune for this key, so I'm going to use it. Confirmed. Playing back records from February 7th, 2019. To the one viewing these records, I want to leave a record of myself behind before I forget everything. In 2016, I was invited to join SE.RA.PH's team as a mental health specialist, a therapist. Even in this body, I can't help but smile when I think back on that. The first time I was told I'd be working at this church, I remember laughing aloud at the sheer weight of reality crashing down on me. Still, historically speaking, Priests and churches could certainly have been considered early providers of mental health. So while I was a bit resentful of the choices that led me to that posting, I went along with it in the end. After all, this offshore rig was a unique environment, plus I didn't have anywhere else to go. So I vowed to do whatever I could to help those struggling with mental health challenges here, no matter what was required of me. Every day, life here on SE.R.A.PH was fulfilling. As an oil rig with two-layer structure, both its buildings and the relationships of the people who lived and worked in them were enormously complex. The more I came to know about SE.R.A.PH's inner workings and secrets, the more excited I grew. There was the standard crew and the ones with special privileges, oil harvesting and magical energy harvesting, a day staff and a night staff. It was inevitable that friction would develop between the different groups. Every night I dealt with countless patients in my position at the church. I want to go back to land. I'm tired of dealing with everyone. I want to die. They should shut this place down. They should expand it. After listening to all sorts of complaints, I started to wonder why SE.R.A.PH was even created. I have no doubt whatsoever that it was made with the highest of ideals. Those ideals just turned out to be too big to be compatible with the way most people's minds work. January 2019, something very strange is happening. We lost contact with the outside world, and strange accidents keep happening all around the facility. Nearly 200 people left and are in constant state of mild fear. Many people were injured, and as a therapist, I've been joining the medical team to help victims on site. That's when I saw something I never should have seen. Countless eyes glowing in the darkness, a monster preying on human minds. February 2019, I've begun to change just like all the other staff members have. I can't trust anyone else. I only care for myself. Even the thought of morality has become intolerable. Feeling I've been suppressing all my life are flooding back. It brings me to tears, wondering how it has come to this. There's another festival taking place outside the church tonight. There's a bonfire, gunshots, men smiling eerily as if they've gone mad, sacrifices. I see it and I feel nothing. I can so clearly sense how cold my mind has become. Yet in spite of all this, the obligation I felt to my job remains intact, after all. The whole reason I was brought here was to provide care for the staff's mental health. So even if I'm the only one left, even if I end up getting killed, I must soothe this increasingly unhinged group's collective hysteria, help preserve their rationality. March. Today they smashed in my left eye. They drew me into my house like garbage. I used the last of my strength to lock the church door. I have to record this. I have to record this. I'm not scared of outside visitors. I'm scared of myself. I don't want anyone to see how I've changed. Everyone here has been consumed by madness. That's fine. I can't do anything about that. But I'm not like them. Something else has taken hold of me. Something even more terrible. I can feel my own mind being stretched thinner day by day. My whole life is fading. I'll kill them all. Kill them, those scum, those idiotic working class lowlifes. That's it, the planetarium prototypes. They will make it easy. That's what this facility is supposed to be for anyway. I'll do it. I'll use them as they were meant to be used. I can't let the beasts that hurt you roam free, those fools, those lackwits. Those maggots are even lower than beasts, very well. If they want hell, I'll show them hell. I could have sworn I heard someone saying something like that. I can hear one of the mad people, the assistant director maybe, screaming. Show them a real hell. When I hear that, I can't help but shout, "You brought this on yourselves." Ah, this is terrible. We're all victims, yet I still detest them. I'm not the same person I used to be. Somebody, please, help me. Do not go in the planetarium. Do not continue its experiment. I'm young, only 25, but I want to remain myself. So please, somebody, anybody, kill me. Kill me now before I get taken over. I can tell whatever you saw unsettled you. I know it must be difficult, but can you tell us about it? Everyone here got cabin fever and formed a cult. Went on a purge, huh? I figured as much. So they were possessed, right? And here I thought BB created this whole mess just for the fun of it. Indeed, this must mean the crew summoned BB of their own accord, regardless of malign outside influence. And that poor priest. Although I don't remember there being a planetarium around here. The planetarium is in the middle of S.E.R.A.P.H. It's the power source that's digitizing S.E.R.A.P.H. You knew all along, Meltrilus. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you already knew that, seeing how it's completely obvious now. Well, now you know where your ultimate objective lies, right? If you want to fix S.E.R.A.P.H., you have to find the planetarium. And if you want to do that, you should stop sifting through useless records and keep on exploring. Indeed, I admit it vexes me to see us essentially playing into BB's hands. It is, however, worth noting that we managed to find other routes while gathering Sacrament. I believe it is time we started exploring further. Further? I don't even want to step foot outside anymore. So wait, does that mean you're going to leave me here all by myself? No, I shall remain with you. I still do not cherish the idea of traveling with Meltrilus, and we cannot be certain that enemies will not find the space. If it is okay with you, Gawain, I will remain behind and keep us both as Church and Lady Mabel safe. Of course, Tristan. If all goes well, we shall soon return with good tidings. What? No, sir. Well, look at you two. Is this what they call a bromance? As knights, they both know what it's like to be tied to their positions. They can't afford to be slaves to etiquette during really dangerous missions. As for me, I've got my own things to handle. You can take care of Nick. You do not have to tell me that. What is it you will be doing? There's more than one way to skin a cat. That'll all be over if we take out the other servants, right? So that's what I'm going to do. Don't worry, I'll stay in touch. Let me know if you find any servants. While you lot are fighting, I'll sneak up and stab them in the back. Talk about raring to fight. I believe that's for the best. That archer does tend to stand out after all. So he can draw the servants fighting each other towards him, letting us explore unimpeded. Oh, so that was his plan all along. I had no idea from the way he put it. He could have just said, I'll distract them and be done with it. Maybe he's shy or something. Definitely not. He just likes to do his own thing. At any rate. Nick, we may have a concrete goal now, but you still need to be careful. Since we're back at the church now, you know what it is you need to do, don't you? Right, rest up, right. That's right. I'm glad you see you've learned a thing or two by now. Okay then, I'm heading out. I'll see you again in about 6 hours. And again, if we go to the central command room, you might be able to find a way to escape. You can also contact Chaldea from there. This place hasn't completely become S.E.R.A.P.H. yet, so they should still be able to observe you. The nice thing about ray shifting is that they can always bring you back as long as they can observe you. No matter how unusual S.E.R.A.P.H. might be, as long as they can see you in Sheba, you can go home. So what do you want to do? Me? I'm an alter ego. I don't think I can leave this place, or that I should. But you can escape from here, and you should. I'd be willing to fight to help you do that. Nick, I only formed a contract with you out of necessity. You didn't have any servants back then, so I had no choice but to save you. Just knowing that is enough for me. I've already got my reward. I'm an alter ego, not a human. From your perspective, I'm more like a doll than a person. So please don't be sad. Whenever you feel sad, it doles me down to my toes. And nobody needs a prima ballerina who can't even stand on point, right? So cheer up already. So long as you keep smiling, I'll be on your side. I won't run away, no matter what. Not even the evil witch who created me turns out... Not even if the evil witch who created me turns out to have been behind this whole thing. Don't worry, I'll use my best grand fute to make sure you have a way forward. Sadness. Okay. I forgot. You actually have a lot of little one-off fights here. I don't think these actually get me anything right now, because those are just EXP cards. I think I'll probably do those off stream. They have no... Oh, it's the Kiara points. I'll do those off stream. I don't really feel like running through free quests on stream here. Those I'll do off stream, probably before the Kiara fight. So, I'll keep track of that and do them as they come. At least not tonight. If I have like an extra stream where I get bored and I want to stream, I'll do them. Or maybe look if we have like time tomorrow before or after any streams. Same with Saturday stream. Then I'll run through those on stream, but it's just not worth doing them right now. I will, however, start this. There's 10 of these. Some of these, I don't think all of these have story. I think it's just the first and the last one that have story. But we'll poke at them. I do want to do all the King Protea stuff. If this ends up taking me to the, if I don't end up getting to all of these until we hit, until after the main story, that's still perfectly fine. The KP quests after the main story? Yeah, no, we're gonna poke at these, but if I get to them before the end of the main story, great. If not, we'll finish them after the main story. We'll do one tonight, though. Where's my buster setup? I'm not really grinding the event anymore, so... Let's see if I can just punch it with a let's see how many of these I can just punch with a Kukulkan. That'll be funny. Let's show out just how bad tower creep has become. We didn't even do these in JP. I think this King Protea quest in JP is still sitting there. We could do this twice if I really wanted to. Not that I'm gonna. I don't even think I get a grail out of this. I've done this before. Where are my bond CDs? I'd like to pop one of those. Alright, now I want to pop a QP, that last QP CD. Should be north here. Okay, and this is what things are just going to look like right now. I mean, I know I can filter, but it doesn't come to mind immediately. I'm stupid. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Mistakes were made. What were you thinking, leaving Seraph under these circumstances? Ever hear of curiosity killed the cat, or did the sight of this deep-sea beauty make you go soft in the head? Not that either case says anything good about your intelligence. Now I've got to step in to help clean up your mess, stupid. Who are you again? So your perception is just as shot as I thought. You aren't able to reconcile what you're seeing now with your own memories, huh? Your mind and memories are both still sharp, but they have trouble accessing what happened here. You're now essentially back to square one, a rookie master who barely knows what he's doing. Ah well, I suppose I'll have to pull out all the stops to help your sorry ass. I'm HCA, the electronic fairy in charge of this trash compactor, the Cage of the Fallen Flying Cube. You can think of me as an acquaintance of BB, since she's the one who summoned me, not Kobe. An acquaintance of BB? That's right, we've only ever talked online. I'm not a digital demon like her, I'm more a rogue servant. I have plenty of time on my hands, and I only want to spend it working on my stories at your world's outskirts. I really don't have any desire to get involved with your world. Anyway, let's start by breaking down where you are and what's going on here. Right now, that building sinking to the bottom of the sea, that looks like a bad joke. Sorry, Freudian slip. That building used to be an oil rig called S.E.RA.PH, but it's called Seraph, and none of the standard laws of physics apply to it. In Seraph, time doesn't flow in only one direction. Instead, it's something that can be measured in some interesting ways. And the spacing of the calipers used to measure it is nothing like your conception of a physical space. That is probably because time and space are both measured from a one-dimensional perspective there. Sometimes you can even be in two different times while in the same space. This area we're in now is proof. Here, neither BB nor Seraph can touch us. Why? Well, think of us as being a failed timeline. Even though SE.RA.PH is currently in the process of being reborn as Seraph, a purely digital structure, this place we're in now is produced as sort of a non-existent space, even in the original Seraph. What for, you say? To get rid of anything unwanted, obviously. Think of it as the oil rig equivalent of sweeping things under the rug. Humans have always been good at ignoring things they'd rather not think about. It's one of their best defense mechanisms. This is rather like that, only more so. Like sweeping things under a rug, then destroying both it and the rug so thoroughly as if it never existed. Now this place is beyond all things, outside thought and knowledge, a place where one cannot normally reach. So it's like a trash heap. Good, that's pretty much the right idea. This place is basically a hole, like a cave or a tree hollow. That gravitational field continues on to a place absolutely no one knows about. It's almost like a trash can where the bottom is thousands of light years away. However, while this cage was originally supposed to sink to the void forever, the one who recreated Seraph, unbelievable as it may be, seems to have also gone to the trouble of recreating its surrounding data. She knew about the danger involved and went ahead with it anyway. She thought it seemed fun. The kind of reckless laziness is just like her. She wants everything she sees, but she can't even be bothered to get out of bed. I knew she had a cow's tits, but I didn't know she had a cow's brain too. Maybe those horns of hers are actually something she was born with. Still, that alone wouldn't be too much of a problem. It's only now that another idiot's gotten himself mixed up that it's become such a mess. What idiot? You're the idiot! It's you! What else would you call someone who just waltzes into a place they don't even need to be during an ultra time-sensitive emergency? Now that your being here has accidentally proved this place exists, the proverbial gates of hell are about to be thrown wide open. That gravitational field didn't exist until you showed up. Same with the path that brought me here. Oh well, I hate physical labor, but I love seeing idiots get what's coming to them. Now listen up, Nick. There's a servant sleeping at the very bottom of this hole. A monster so awful that even BB threw her hands up pretending not to see it. And so dreadful that even that lazy cow gave up on it. She's still sleeping right now, but it's only a matter of time until she starts looking for you in her dreams. Now that you've opened this place up, you two have practically already locked eyes. If you leave here now, she'll sort of wander outside in her sleep looking for you. And if that happens, it's game over. You and everyone on Seraph will be utterly obliterated. That's awful. Oh, finally starting to understand how bad this is, are we? Good, now's the time for action. You're the one who opened this hole, so you're the one who has to close it. And to do that, you need to defeat the monster who's been relegated to the bottom layer of the trash compactor. Once she falls at your hand, she should remember that no one needs or wants her and go back to sleep. By the way, what are you doing here? Oh, that? I'm just an odd spirit. Seraph might be summoning heroic spirits from throughout all of history. But it's also set up so that I can never get inside. Call a mental block made tangible. Who knows why she even bothers? I can only guess that she must have something she really doesn't want me to see, though I couldn't even begin to guess what might be worth hiding in this place. If she's going to be that embarrassed about it, she could start by giving her mind a good thorough scrubbing. Of course, she'd need to work awfully hard to get all that dirt out. Hell, she could probably spend a lifetime in a wash tub and it still wouldn't be enough. This and Elmoy, yeah, they have the extra story added to them. Elmoy's is treated like a separate event, though. Anyway, enough chatter. You've got a long way to go before you reach the end. The whole place is full of things that were tossed out for being too dangerous, just like her. You'll have to defeat all of them before you can reach the cage of the fall. Now go. Whatever you accomplish here, it better be at least as good as enough for a special edition book covers art. Boss rush! Not that this should be a problem. We are basically able to power creep the entire section. Back when I first played it, the way I went about this entire section was to I took a Chinchi Guang and everything together. Now I can probably take the main bow and then go with it. The only reason that gave me trouble in my initial play of this chapter was King Protea herself. I don't think that'll be a problem anymore though. Because I believe King Protea is going to be has I have a few different servers that hit King Protea for trade match.
イノベーション始めます火薬の青函航行エンジンご用件は積乱雲消去次は宇宙の嵐を見せましょう大量な小さき者たちギャラクティカスーパーセルばらまきましょう行きます
Also, yes, I have grilled the Kukulkan. I grilled her because I got tired of barely. I wanted to be able to actually see that. Thank you, actually. Yeah, that's actually kind of helpful. Save me a click.
いいね、最高だ。
では受け入れますいやどこまで吹き飛ばせる乾燥されましたまだ足りないようですミクロの塵になりなさい
ひどい目にあった。せっかくの羽に傷がつく。ま
Oh, thanks for letting me know. I'll lower it for a bit. I had it raised because I literally got that thing set up like minutes before the stream started. I had technical difficulties getting the stream started earlier because when I was grabbing the track for it, it locked up my computer because iTunes is inefficient on Windows. So I can fuck with that a bit between streams here. I'll turn that down. Okay. I'm gonna do that roll I just got off of Kukulkan. That singular roll. Just because I fuck with singles. But yeah, other than that, I think we're done for today. We're pushing to 11. 11 was kind of my cutoff time that I decided on from the beginning. And it's a good spot to stop having finished all of the Swan Lake sections. I do, however, want to take a minute to really get a look at where, like how long the next section is going to be. 5 parts for the next section. I assume it's not going to take as long because we're not playing setup anymore. But we'll, let me move us to just chatting for now. And I can close the app. Okay. I'll clean up the capture card stuff in a bit. I'll leave the capture card plugged in though, since that way if I want to, I can pivot to FGO tomorrow and do some extra quests between streams, or if streams get dull. Okay. So I think it's only you in chat left, Tacos, but let me take a look here. I do want to... yeah, I'm not sharing my screen right now. Good. Let me pull up Google. First, I want to look at the Seraph FGO guide. Just want to know how many sections I have for this. Okay, so there's the 4 parts and an encore. So I just finished Act 1. I've got Act 2, which is... one section. Is it that short? Okay, so Act 2 is going to be a lot shorter, so maybe next time I'll poke more at the Kiara quests, because I'll have a lot more time to do that. Act 2 is only literally 5 nodes. It will not take as long as Act 1 did to get very far, so we'll we'll poke around with the Kiara and the King Protea quests next time. Actually, the rest of the acts are much shorter than the initial act. It's not until the final act, Act 4, and the epilogue, that things will get long again. And then obviously Encore is its own separate cleanup thing we'll do. That can probably be done in a single stream, but okay. Yeah, next time I'll push ahead more on the Kiara quests along with the 5 acts. I'll go act by act here for streams, so we'll do. This will all be done by the end of August. By the end of August. Okay. You did ask for a hint for the next SE.RA Reacts. Oh, I remember what the next SE.RA Reacts is. I think it'll be 3. I really don't anticipate even that finale stream. I might not be able to do all the Kiara stuff on that finale, or the King Protea stuff on that finale stream. But if I can push through more of it next stream, because it's such a short stream, otherwise, I'll do it. And then I'll also poke at that kind of stuff. Like, basically, I'll probably poke at some of that stuff tomorrow too, because I think there will be a wind up between the stream starting. So usually there's a wind up like commercials and such. And if things get real boring on the stream, I'll have that going, and you guys can watch that on stream until something interesting happens on the streams. If I'm live, depending on when I'm live and what's going on. As for the Reacts hint, I remember who's up next for Reacts. Gosh, I don't know if I have a good hint for it, because I think I've already given the best hints I could possibly give for it in the last episode, and then the community post this week was like, I really like that hint. I don't really want to make a pun. I don't know. Let me check something here. I can. FGO 8th anniversary. That might be a good hint here if I can, depending on what I don't remember for sure though. I need to triple check that. I don't want to give you guys a hint and then it be completely off base. Where is it? Yes. Oh, I'm practically giving away the Servant if I give you guys that hint, but I feel like I've been pretty obvious about the Servant too, and it is literally coming out tomorrow in theory. The next Servant for SE.RA Reacts that we're doing was on the GSSR banner that I rolled on during Anniversary this year. It was on the one Seki rolled on as well, because you rolled on the same banner. So, yeah. You could probably pick it apart from that, though. Yeah, I think it is tomorrow. Seki likes to put up the Reacts Fridays unless she's running behind on them. Let me check that, though. I don't know if what Seki does or doesn't have uploaded. I just gave her all the thumbnails. So I don't know how far into an editing binge she went. Far enough. Yeah, no, it's going up tomorrow. It will be going up tomorrow at noon Pacific. Yeah. Yeah, she's got videos uploaded all the way through when my next video is. So that'll be fun. Okay. Well, I need to get to bed. I'm actually not that screwed over for work tomorrow. Work shouldn't be that bad, but I am going to be streaming late tomorrow, so I'll need to find some time to get some extra rest. I have a busy day beyond just the first anniversary stream. So we'll be back tomorrow. Find out what the summer servants are. Find out if there's any of that hopium for Tight Moon news is fulfilled within the Tight Moon stream. Probably get a shadow drop of Holotoroxia within the next week or so. Like, that's actually, I feel like that's pretty likely to be announced tomorrow, like it was last year for Fate's Day Night. So yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye, guys.